Welcome into Project Zomboid. We're here for the Salty McGastrocnemius Eerie Country run. We're going to try to set up an entire base in this playthrough. I said I would try it before, and I said I would try it again, and it didn't work any of the times because I didn't know my way around Eerie Country. Now I do a little bit more, and we're going to get some serious nostalgia for a very old Project Zomboid series throughout this. We've spawned on top of an outhouse. We're sitting peacefully here. We'll drop to the surface in a moment. But first off, I just kind of want to say that this playthrough was, much like a lot of my last recent playthroughs, inspired by Clean. He had acquired a whole base and stuff like that to get himself set up. And it just kind of brought me back in time to a more innocent time of Project Zomboid. This is interesting, all sorts of new UI. This maybe from a mod or not. I'm going to leave my mod list below, but we're going to jump off of this outhouse and get started right away. I couldn't have scripted that any better. I honestly didn't plan that. But for the life of me, I feel responsibility toward this outhouse, and I think I need to save it. So once again, we're here streaming this. So if you ever feel like coming out to the streams, they're happening. But once again, feel no pressure. I just kind of like the idea of these things being like an adventure, like a long play, where we go through the game, we play well, and it's just kind of relaxing, you know? That's what PZ is. It gives me these good old school vibes, and I like getting back in touch with that stuff. It reminds me of why I make stuff and why I enjoy all of this. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to find one particular house here in Eerie Country. And if we do manage to find the house, hooray for us, because it's an outstandingly cozy house. I've set this world to be a Pluvia-Files fantasy. There's a lot of rain, and I'm a big fan of it. Man, what a great October playthrough. Actually, it's not even October anymore, unfortunately. Now it's November, but, you know, it's raining like a damp, drizzly November into my soul, and I kind of like that. I'm a little Ishmael right here. Yeah, I don't know why it is. It's like this game has just turned into pure ASMR. Hang on a moment. I'm just going to really quickly switch on one thing. There we go. The screen should be black for about a second and then go back. There we go. Now, if we do go the right way, we should be at one of my favorite houses in the game. So we don't want to tire ourselves out at all. We want to be really careful in this playthrough. And we're going to take it kind of slow. This house has a garage. And to me, it's just a very special house because it reminds me of a lot of the stuff that you would find in The Sims as prefabs, which, as you may know, a lot of the graphics in this game are inspired by The Sims. I believe there was an official statement by the Indie Stone on that, right? I think that's there we go. And, oh, actually, I had it on the wrong recording thing. There we go. Screen might go black again for a second. There it is. All right, that shouldn't do that anymore. This is my favorite house in the game because it has a back window. You know? Look at it. It's perfect. Except for all of the dead plants. That's a little, well, that's actually kind of moody. It also has kind of a weird front door. But I value this house because it was a turning point. And it meant safety and security, you know? Like you go out from wandering in the fields and it's very unsafe. Here we are in winter, we could freeze to death. And now, suddenly we're in a beautifully furnished home made by the esteemed Atox warrior. Ah, nice in here. See if we can find anything. Hey, Rip Hitchy. Thanks very much for the sub. We're going to go head in and see if we can find where that knocking from my chamber door is. No, not in here. Neither hither nor thither. Oh, I know. I think I know where this is coming from. Directly in front of me. There it is. Now, we don't want any of the windows on this house to be broken because this house is somewhat precious to me. I will allow blood to be spilled on the floors, of course. But I just really appreciate the architecture of this place. I don't know what it is. It's like a nice boarded up back garage. We're going to close the windows and everything, and we're going to try to fortify up this place and stack up all kinds of goods and things that we need to survive. We'll close the curtains and sit in the garage in the corner. And I kind of intend to wall myself in several ways. For some reason, it just makes me happy to have compartments, you know, encapsulating each other. Hey, Repo, thanks much for the bits. Yeah, fully furnished in a garage. It's not really like a perfect home because a lot of the architecture here is kind of meh, but it can be built up. And it has some survival goods, though things should be fairly rare. Though maybe for me that won't be so bad. We'll see. We're going to try to find a car, though. See if we can find some ammo, some bullets. And I don't honestly know my way around this neighborhood. There's a couple of interesting houses. But if we make our way up and around the J, we should be out to the end of Eerie country. I don't know if we'll ever get there, though, by the end. We've actually got a decent number of tools here, but we could kind of create a visual inventory. And the main new mechanic I want to explore throughout this series is just the, the tools lying out. I guess mechanic, or the new system that they've implemented where you can just put stuff on the ground and actually visually organize it that way. It used to be that you would have like one shelf for each type of thing, but now you could kind of just put everything on the ground, which is, you know, absolutely welcome. It'd be nice if you could actually place items onto shelves and if that inventory were a little bit changed up, but we're not here to, you know, annoyingly propose features. We're here to just work with what we've got. Yeah. So we've got a garage. Garbage bag. I think we'll just close up all the curtains. Well, the first thing that we'll want to do is just make sure that nobody ever sees us in this place. It's in my favorite spots to kind of cover up. Let's also get all these doors and windows open, too, because we just want to make sure that we can at least get in and out of the house safely. Yeah, spoon rattling. Thanks for gifting those 5 gift subs. Much appreciated, my friend. Too kind of you. Any news on when multiplayer will be added? I genuinely don't know. But I think that they're pretty transparent in the logs that they put out. So, yeah, I would check the news on that. It will be a glad day when when people just tell me that they're having fun in it, rather than when will it come out. There's a few folks who seem to think that it's a conspiracy, that I know when it's coming out, and that I'm not telling anyone. Or one gentleman in particular who keeps coming back month after month telling me that I'm a liar, which I actually find quite entertaining. I'm not saying that it's... No, that's not true. That's not true. But here we go. The curtains are being closed. The location is a secret. Now, the only thing that's not secret about this house is the fact that there's no second floor. We really could do with a second floor here. And I feel very safe now. I take great comfort in this home. We're going to go ahead and turn on the lights because everyone knows it's good to, you know, have the power on. There we are. To preserve sanity. The home decor is nice. I don't know why, but this reminds me of all the old Sims games way back when. There we are. No, I don't know any of the secrets. I'm not lying about Project Zomboid. Why would I do that? Actually, the last time there was only one time that I knew secret information about the game, but I knew it for only like 24 hours, and everyone knew within the 24 hours. So if I am keeping a secret, it'll be only for like 24 hours probably. But that's the only thing. All right, now the only thing I don't really like about this house is the fact that the front door is glass, and that just doesn't look right. Beyond that, it does let light through, but I think that we could kind of strengthen this perimeter. I don't know if more of them will come out. All of the zombies in this world are weird, and there might be some that are slower than others and others that are faster. But, you know, we've got our needs covered for night 1. We seem to be relatively safe. I'm going to leave these shoes off. Let's go ahead into the bathroom and get some water. Like normal. Like normal human beings. So good to be a normal human being. All right, and let's also take this body outside because we don't like that. We're going to go grab that. It'd be nice if there was a corpse. I always just have to imagine myself pulling the corpse around, but I guess it's like Cataclysm in a way. We'll make like a line of these out in the front. There we are. That's nice. Okay, well, it's not nice at all, but it's something. Is it possible to clean the bathroom? Well, you wrote clan the bathroom, but that's okay. Yeah, we could clean the bathroom. If we get some towels and some bleach and stuff like that, we could clean all of the blood that I ruined the walls with. I don't believe soap will work, ironically. But it's too bad that you can't just, like, splash water on them. That'd be nice. All right, this is nice. My favorite thing to do here in the kitchen is like what I do in the kitchen at my own home, is sit on the ground. You like to sit on the ground in your kitchen and just listen to the sound of the refrigerator and feel great safety and comfort. I have an idea, though. Let's gather up useful items and put them on the kitchen table. We can start organizing our lives with, grabbing everything, getting it all in one place, and then taking account of it. So if we kind of make a visual layout there. Okay, so this rotten pie slice will never be useful to us. So we're going to go ahead and let's take everything out of the house, This should be off. I don't think we'll get any TV broadcasts or anything. It's been too long since the apocalypse. Cleaning blood with water is quite hard. How much blood are you cleaning with water? I do question that a little bit. This is like I was playing Warhammer the other day with some gentlemen, and the color came up with, blood for the blood god is a paint that's manufactured by GW. What about just blood? Just put some human blood on it. Wait a minute now. What game are we playing? I got nothing. All right, so most of this stuff is just useless to us. We're going to go ahead and bring all of this out of the house. I'd like to just take account of everything. We've got such nice storage containers here. We might as well put everything in one place and then figure out what we've got, right? I do kind of want to play it out like a real zombie apocalypse. What would you do? What would you do when they come? The TV might... Well, they do have VHS tapes, but that TV in particular won't work, so... there is a good amount of stuff that will be just worthless to us forever. Though, actually, I'm pretty sure that rotten food can technically be reused in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Of course, it's very far-fetched that we'll ever get to it, but I want to cover all of my bases this time. Maybe you'll even learn something about the game that you didn't know. Wouldn't that be just majestic? Let's go ahead into the garage, and we'll take the trash, and we'll put all of the rotten food in the trash, because that kind of makes sense, right? So the meat patty, the pie slice that's rotten. So this will just be our rotten food thing. There are still a couple of... Oh, wait a minute. We can actually grab that out of here. I think it makes more sense to put it into the kitchen. I feel like I'm playing The Sims, but, I get a lot of flashbacks to The Sims, so I'm quite all right with that. Find myself a trash can. I think that the trash can will give me comfort in times of trial. Though, do I really want a trash can, like, in the middle of my fridge? This is such a beautiful backyard. I don't know, I think that this house lends itself to wanting to play The Sims. Maybe I should just play the goddamn Sims, One day I'll do it. Hey, Lucy the Legend, thanks very much for the Prime. Much appreciated. Alright, so we'll take all of the crap food and put it in here. Now we've got all of these books. Nothing is ever in the right place when I first get started in this game. I think we will try to live in this house for a while. For a while, mind you. And then later on we'll move into the back room if it gets iffy up here. But, I do think that keeping some sort of, like, scenic surroundings maintains sanity in a way. Let's grab all of this. This clothing. Where is this is not the bedroom, that's the bathroom. My God, these doors in this house are just, they're like the doors in my own house, which are just such garbage. You ever, like, have the desire to live in just a piece of crap house, though, in that, like, it enriches your soul? Sometimes I feel that. Like, if I, like, live in a nice place for some amount of time for any reason, I'll feel like, no, it's bad in here. Like, it'll only be a matter of time before I'm not supposed to live in here anymore, And then later on, like, you know, you feel comfort and security in living in just a generally ass house. That's my 2 cents on that. Papers belong in one shelf. Everything that's made of paper. We could remove these doors. We could replace these things. We could actually remove the windows later on. Yeah, why is the magazine... There's a magazine hidden in the drawer. Very mysterious magazine. All right, we're going to go ahead and reorganize in here, too. I don't know why. It's just that whenever I have an organized kitchen and stuff like that, I feel like that my life is at ease. My mind at peace. Dish towel. Dish towel is ironically not really very useful to wash. There are some items that are just totally useless. I believe an eraser is completely useless. There is no thing to do with this. Pillows might even be useless. I mean, we'll take a journey into all of the different items in the game. Otherwise, we're just going to be dropping these on the ground. Anything that I find useless is going here. Jar lid is actually useful. Is there anything else that's totally useless? Technically, right now, an iron rolling pin is one of our best weapons. Not that it is... Idiot. This guy, look at him. Alright, well, we do have bandages right here. I really didn't expect that. There was, like, no pressure on him. But I am morbidly obese. Aren't I morbidly obese? It wouldn't be another playthrough if I weren't, right? Now, the blood on the walls will kind of be cleaned over time. We're going to get kind of domestic here at the beginning. We have dirty rags. We're going to go ahead. I guess I'll be careful around fences. Again, I'll allow you to just kind of peruse my character. I took obese, although it makes me very unfit. It's pretty much free trade points. We're going to go ahead and clean our rags. We are scratched and bleeding, so we'll just bandage that real quick. Nice. Alright, I don't like being dirty, so I'm going to wash myself. Drink. Yeah, I'll drink too. And wash again. There we go. Yeah, we want to set our house in good order. And then after that, you know, I always like to have one place that you just really, you know, you make yourself a steward to that place. You're a caretaker. It's the thing that makes this game worth playing, you know? Alright, so I'm thinking the bathroom is like an infirmary. I don't know why we've decided as a society that we're going to flee to the bathroom whenever we need to stop feeling pain, but I think I'm going to right that wrong by making the pain area in the back here, okay? This, why do we have food back here? I guess, like, as a panic fallout shelter or something like that. We're going to go ahead and just undo that, because why would we put all the soup back here? No, we'll put that in the kitchen. But even painkillers, we'll just put them on the ground now, just as a visual organizer. Right. I'll do some of this, and then I think I'm going to stop for the day, because it does look like it's getting a little bit darker now. We'll have to go to sleep. And then I do want to do some adventuring out in the world. While we still have time. While we can still collect cabbages. Because, to be quite honest with you, perishable food is probably the best source of nutrition for this guy. Yeah, we're a little bit The Sims right now, I know, but forgive me, forgive me. It's one of the things that makes me most nostalgic about Zomboid. Is it nostalgic or nostalgic? Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Yeast pen. There's just so much crap lying around too. You know, it does. It'll drive you mad if you don't do anything with it. So we'll have all of the edibles in here. Anything that's edible, even salt is technically edible. We'll put that in there. Can opener, anything that helps me get the food into my body will go into this drawer. Though I don't believe that utensils actually have any use besides as weapons. Roasting pan also helps me get the food into my body. The soap, I suppose that belongs in the bathroom because you should go in there when you're dirty. Ironically, it is kind of dirty. I guess I'll put every... I thought I heard a zombie. No, I'm good. Take all of this. Soap. Ripped sheets. Okay, ripped sheets are just useful to have on you in general, so we'll leave that there. Timer. Technically useless, I believe. Except for maybe in electronics crafting, which I've never actually entertained in the game. Okay, let's take all of the stuff that I think is basic. Pen, you're never going to get any use at. Actually, technically, you could use it for map annotation. Pillow might be useless. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. Matches are obviously useful. Plunger is technically a weapon. Okay, we're going to start to create a weapons cabinet. Doesn't really matter where, just as long as we have one. I think I'm going to put it on the table. Yeah, that'd actually be better. We'll put anything that could be thought of as a weapon on the table. Wait a second, that's not the table. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now we see how this weird item placement is not really weird, but just generally jarring to see it for the first time. Item placement system works. Okay, so we've got all of this. Let's put the writing utensils in the desk. Because the writing actually does exist in the game. Okay, the matches and the jar lid and all of that other crap we'll leave there. And then anything for food preservation we'll leave in this cabinet. Okay, we just did a lot of successful categorizing. Hooray for us. Now it's time for bed because life is boring and there's no rewards. All right, let's get in here. Oh, all of these things that I haven't organized yet. I think I'll just grab them all. This is what I do in real life. Whenever I'm not doing a video or something like that, I'm just fussing about and organizing. I don't know why I'm like kind of a, not really a clean freak, but like I read, like have you ever read David Allen's Getting Things Done? It's a great book. No, we should sleep now. I'm guessing it's probably time for bed. Ah, so the eraser does have a use. It can be used to remove pencil markers from apps, so it's used literally as an eraser does. I did not know that. I'm learning new things every single day on this fabulous planet. You know? Ah, cigarettes. Useful for smoking. There we go. Now, I mean, cigarettes, a lot of people used to take the smoker trait, but I honestly think it's one of the worst traits because it's not like you can just make cigarettes later on in the game. They don't have a cigarette crafting system. That doesn't exist. I don't know why, but it just gives me great comfort to have so many pens and pencils here. And I suppose that I could have, like, cigarette storage somewhere, too, because it can be good for getting rid of anxiety. Have you ever tried, even if you're not a smoker, you know? Except that I would probably get more anxiety from smoking out just because of how expensive they are. They're so ridiculously expensive. I don't think any smoking will be around anymore a decade from now. It's wild. A giant of the past. Okay, we've got a magazine randomly in here. Pants? Oh, that was me. I did that accidentally. Okay, well, we've got a lot of clothing. Having extra clothing is actually good for you. Clothing degrades and stuff like that. You don't always just want to be reliant on one pair. But as long as we've got each type of thing in one place, I think that that's a good start. Tissues, I would put them in the bathroom. If you never know where to put something, I guess it's just best to put it wherever common sense would tell you to put it. Comb is also, I believe, useless, so we'll put that in the front. But we'll pick back up that eraser because apparently the eraser is useful. And it's now snowing. Well, we did what we could. All right. Now, under this comfortable snow, we can get started. Let's just sit on the kitchen floor for a second and appreciate this. That's nice. All right, we don't want to get our feet ahead of our eyes, so we're going to go ahead and just think for a minute. You know, we've got to get our brains situated in the right way before we head out into the county. All right, so let's first take account of what's left in the garage. I think we've pretty much been through the entire house. Maybe a couple more cabinets and things to check, but I want to see what kinds of industrial goods we need because that's most of what we need to survive. You know, like we don't really need to worry about soup and spoons. We need to worry about like seeds and shovels, stuff like that. Is generally speaking going to be more useful to us for long-term survival and needs. The eraser we can leave with the pens and pencils. And that's pretty much everything. Right now, though, my current weapon is a rolling pin. I'd rather find a decent weapon before I start fighting zombies. These aren't really useful. These are more tools. The hand torch might actually be useful. I always find that these things get so dark in the playthrough, you know? Can't hardly even see in front of you. There we go. Vinegar, candle. I mean, this is unorganized, but Or rather disorganized. Okay, so we do have the carrot seeds packet, but not really useful coming up on the winter where the only crops we can grow are like potatoes and cabbages. And I believe that all the rest of this is just food. So not great for us. Okay, but now we know though. So the truth is, we have no weapon. What's the next thing? The crowbar is good. The crowbar is good, but I prefer not to use items that can be used as tools as weapons instead. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's a good idea just because I might wear them out and that might upset me. We've got a garbage bag in there. That's good. We can use garbage bags for rain collectors later on. And this time around, I think we're going to head out to the east. Probably going to be fast traveling like this. This is one of the most useful mouse tricks to learn. But actually, well, we'll head a little bit to the east, but we'll stay along roads. Let's just stay along roads for now because I think it's going to be safer. Maybe even a bit south because there is more development over here. And if we go too far east before we find a car, we're pretty much just going to be stuck in the woods here in Eerie. I will be clearing out zombies as I go because I think it's going to be safer. Probably not going to be looting too much, but if I could find a watch early on, that'd be nice. Tearing up floor tiles effectively. Yeah, crowbars are useful for a number of things. I believe they can also take... It might be a crowbar. I can't remember the exact tool, but something for getting windows off of there. You can actually move windows off of the... like the wall in this game. I didn't learn it till a couple of years ago. It took a while. There's a lot you can do. Right, now this is a set of warehouses over here, so we might be able to find some kind of like hatchet or tool in here. I don't want to discount that possibility, so we'll take a look around, but I don't think that there's a lot of crates in them. Try to sneak a little bit. These zombies are going to be a little bit, like, more senseless than your usual ones. But that's because I think that the way that they remember is a little bit too accurate and not really zombie-like. Or I don't know, I have been kind of fed up with the AI a bit, so wanted to try something else out and see if it's fun. It's always worth it to kind of tweak around the zombie settings a bit to see if you can find something that keeps it interesting. Like one thing that some of my friends will do will be to, oh, that's good, thread. The 12-gauge shotgun shells will be good too. If we can manage to, this is more like it. Great to find a bag. We'll go ahead and put this, get this garbage bag. And the pipe wrench, I believe, is a little bit better than what we've got right now. Pool cue is, just throw it. Just indiscriminately kind of throwing everything into a bag right now, but that's okay. There we go. All right, everything's safe in the bag. Good old bag. What happens if I equip this? Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, we're going to put the hand torch in the bag as well. Because screw it. There we go. We don't need light. If I can move a window, then it really is a Sims clone. I suppose that's fair. But I think that, you know, we don't have social interactions. The one thing I do kind of miss about the old pixelated graphics is that it did really remind me of the old Sims. But I think it's more updated to a generalized audience. And I think that these graphics are better. You could always go back. Go back in time. This is a weird warehouse. Got all that grass on the ground. Tent pegs. All this stuff is technically useful. Actually, the metal pipe might make an even better weapon than what we've got right now, too. Okay, so we went up 2 weapon classes, I'd say. Not really like a seriously good weapon class for us to be in right now, but it's something. It's better than nothing. Tomato seeds packet here. Good. Finding more seeds, we can store all these together. We've got several floors here, along with what appears to be like a break room. House key on her, we'll take that. Keys don't weigh anything, so we can just take pretty much every single house key that we see. But the only place that that'll really be useful will be in police centers. We're pretty much just going to play full-on hoarder here. I like collecting. I told you I like it. Baseball cap. Technically slightly good for insulation. I'll wear it back to be cool and edgy. That's kind of nice. Pants. Nah, I don't need pants. Do I need pants? Nah, I don't need pants. Really, pants aren't as good as jeans. Jeans just offer that little extra bit of protection. Some of these things I'd like to bring back as storage shelves, but I don't believe that I can even pick them up right now. Yeah, it's a lot of the same vibes as the first Sims game. I was actually looking up a lot of this stuff. I never had a computer when I was a kid. All those games were coming out around that time. So the way I kind of experienced it was through Kryptonite's GBA and Nintendo DS Sims games, which were really just like this funky vibe. The writing in those games was so good, and who would expect it, right? So I was looking up other stuff that they made, and apparently they were a fairly prolific studio for handhelds. And they had a lot of different commissioned projects, but it kind of makes me want to go back, do some old school gaming, like how people like Video Game Donkey will be seen streaming nothing but old school games. It's really, I think, an aesthetic that here we go. This is like the more fixed up break room, but it's an aesthetic that I think lives on with a lot of people, and a lot of modern stuff just isn't really as good as old stuff, to be honest with you. Like there's games where I've seen direct comparisons from sequels, and games aren't really made with quite the same. I don't want to say that games aren't made with quite the same love, but many series that have gotten popular aren't made with the same love as they used to be, I fear. Okay, here we go. A mug, that's something to get started on. Cooking is 100% worth it. Cooking food, or even just something simple as making a salad. Yeah, maybe we'll do some more cooking this playthrough, because I almost never cook. But when you do get involved into the nitty-gritty of this game's systems, you do, speaking of everything I was just talking about, you do start to see where all the care goes in these games, and that there's all these intricately designed systems. Hey, Royally Bread, thanks much for the sub. Okay, box and nails. Now we're starting to find the types of industrializing equipment that I wanted. Nothing really bomb like a whole warehouse full of axes. That'd be nice. But as we start to get duplicates of tools, we could start to use those too. And now these custom maps you need to be a little bit more careful on. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I'm just kind of keep hitting home. Atox Warriors map, the best map, or my personal favorite. Not to say anything negative of the other, custom maps, but this map just has this quirkiness about it that's like so rare. It's beautiful. Golf clubs. Golf clubs generally tend to give out over time because golf is weak. Golf clubs are weak. Yeah. No, actually, golf is it's very difficult to hit the ball. This is such a small target. All right, we're going to get on with our lives. Sorry, I won't go on any tangents about golf. This is pretty good. Okay, well, not exactly what I'd love, but we're pretty organized, and the reason why I feel the liberties to do these things is because we organized or grab all of this crap is because, here we go, subtle NASCO reference there. Because we set our home up in such nice shape. Now, I think I can fight one more and then head home. They haven't been that plentiful right now, but they will start to ramp up by a bit and respawn or come into the area over the next couple of days and months. We've got more. Now, you'll notice some of these ones are a little slower. Like, I'll let this one come for a second. Apparently not. It appeared as if she was slower, but perhaps she was lunging. There we are. Thank you. This is a March Ridge map. Okay, and a jacket. We're going to need this because we're coming into a cool winter. Take the hat as a trophy. Yeah, I got, have a collection of hats. That'd be kind of nice. I always like that when people make, self-imposed challenges for themselves. That'd be kind of nice. Collecting, 1,000 hats from zombies. It's the kind of game that gives you that open-endedness that makes you want to do that, though. I think Atox, when he made this map, he did create a secondary goal. He said, go find all the Spiffo dolls. around the map, which was kind of a nice, just something to do. Because this game doesn't have an end goal, unlike a lot of the other ones I do, like RimWorld. Technically, an end goal has been added in. Stuff like that. Home sweet home, but I don't really feel safe in here yet. And they'll start to migrate to this area. Beyond that, I'll try to shut up about settings after this. I don't like to go on too much about them, but I'm never really going to be safe because we're going to keep on getting helicopter events throughout the entire playthrough. Or we should. You know, we should keep getting horde migration. And if you're not just living straight out in the middle of the woods, like you're always going to have people coming and going from your house. Fill all. There we go. Get the watering can filled up. Eventually we'll need it. I think we've still got water running too. That much is good. Am I dying from holding something? Not really. This is dirty, but it's not really a major threat to us. Why am I just rocking uncontrollably? Alright, we won't question that. You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like an armory in this room. Yeah, maybe we'll bring that table from out here into here. That's got to be a start. Okay, we're going to take the shotgun shells. I'm going to unpack those. We put them on the ground. It's because we're not using the vanilla shotgun shells. Okay, otherwise I would place these on the table. I do like that effect. That's kind of nice. We'll just put all of our guns and ammo on the floor here where they'll be safe. There we go. Good. Good.
Ambi, hello.
Hey. Hey, Pippin, thanks very much for the 6 months. Much appreciated. As well as Green Booth. Thanks for the Prime. Nails, we'll throw those on the ground. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and make this a farming cabinet. It doesn't really shout no, you know, I don't think... It doesn't, like, shout the agrarian life at me, you know? Yeah, like this old, worn-out wooden box. That says agrarian to me. We'll use that. Any kind of farming garbage, we'll put in there. The watering can with water. Wowzers. Okay, we'll take that. Put that there. Hand fork. Technically not really that useful, but a trowel is good. Keep that in there. And it looks like we've got a bunch of more books. Keep these all in my sketchy garbage bag with me. The wind is a-howlin'. Starting to feel that mood kind of set in now.
Humperdinck, Humperdinck, Humperdinck.
Humperdinck Oglethorpe. Humperdinck, there were some outstanding names coming along the other day. But this is like a double special. Salty McGastrocnemius. Though I don't know, maybe like Humperdinck Oglethorpe. I don't know, like that name is immortal to me now. Yeah, maybe we'll come back to that. Hey, Pocket Grandpa, thanks much for the Prime. Okay, well, we've got a bunch more tools and other just piece of crap items. Now, we got to place these things here. I think it'd be nice if you could just drag these things out of your inventory and they actually materialized in the world right where they were going to be set. That way you didn't have to click and to do that. Like if I dragged the crowbar out into the world. I hope that they implement an inventory thing quite a little bit more like that, but we'll see what happens. All of this. Okay, now we're down to our last, like, kind of American Psycho types of items. We're going to go ahead and put these in the garage, because where else would we put it? In our high-rise apartment? In our sketchy closet or something like that? Yeah, I think that this is a good start. We'll take all of the random-ass crap and just... tools go on the left side of the shelf, because why not? Yeah, tools. This is like man tools, the kind of stuff that you walk into a hardware store and you just grab with your right hand off the shelf. That's nice and satisfying. Yeah, glue... rope might be useful for something like this. thread is not really like a hardware store item, I'm feeling. Let's go ahead and take all of this. Actually, trowel would not go in there. We'll put this into our garbage bag and then that back into our shelf. Okay. I'd say that we're pretty well set up now. We'll need a spot for camping stuff because that's also going to be high on the menu. We'll put this into the other shelf because that doesn't belong in there at all. Okay, then this side will be camping. Wire seems like... I would kind of think of that more as a material, though. Take all of this. Yeah, we'll take wire, barbed wire, both of those. A lot of these things do have uses. It might not seem like it right now, but it's good to have them all in good repair. Okay. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Oh, now it is useful to spend some time, just a little bit killing time these first couple of days. And you can take it slow because I'm obese. And we would quite honestly be well off spending our time just doing a lot of exercise. You can lose weight that way too. All right, so now I think I'm going to go ahead and do some push-ups and then go to bed. Pass a few days, but it's going to get colder and hopefully be harsher on my body so that I can lose the rest of that weight. What else do we have here? These are weapons, so we'll just go ahead and take these out. Place those also on the sketchy counter. There we go. Just all kinds of crap there. It is nice. It's like a tableau. Mug of water. Okay, now we'll take all of this. Let's put my sketchy garbage bag on the ground. My God, that really does look bad. Okay, then I'm going to wash all the blood off of me, and then I'm going to do some push-ups and then go to bed. Isn't it nice to have a sink to wash all of the blood off of your body? Did I find out if wooden mallets count as hammers for carpentry? If I had a chance to test it myself, I don't know. Actually, there are a few tools that don't function the way that you think they would. That's true. Like, for example, like a club hammer. Couldn't it be used even if you're not in a club? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Oh, that was stupid. But yeah, like, you know, tools should be multi-purpose. Or for example, like I'm going to keep comparing to Cataclysm because a lot of this game is sort of based on Cataclysm, I believe. Like, you can use practically anything as a hammer, which is true in real life. Like, anything could be a hammer. The only bound is your imagination. Exercise. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start off with some... I'm not sure if there's really any appreciable difference between... there is an appreciable difference between the different types of things. Okay, I think burpees are pretty much the worst for you in every way. Improve strength and fitness while performed regularly will enjoy endurance. Felt on the arms and legs. Felt on the legs. Felt on the arms. General exercise fatigue will be increasing clumsiness. Okay, I suppose we should do like one of everything. Let's do the absolute maximum number of... Too exhausted to exercise. Okay, so I just totally pooped myself, and it's time for bed instead. All right. My gastrocnemius is, or gastrocnemii, or whatever they are. My legs are tired. It's time for bed. Nope, not sleep. There we go. Again, we're using the animation mod. I get that question a lot. Like, how are you sleeping? We're using the mod for it. Can even use a hammer as a hammer. Yes, the possibilities are endless. A hammer, or even the other end of a hammer, could technically be used as a hammer. Not really an amazing idea, but could work. I'm going to go to my favorite scenic part of the house. This part of the house looks like garbage. Who does that? All right. Unfortunately, the snow and the rain have stopped, but we're going to go ahead and just... Yeah, you know, before the day begins, we'll exercise because we need to get stronger. We're going to do a lot of this. It does take some time. But here we go. We're making progress already. We're moving mountains. Good. And I've set up the, like the XP gain multiplier to a more realistic standard like it will be for multiplayer because no one's going to expect you to grind quite that much. Also, too, if you lose a character after you've been grinding that much, it's extremely demoralizing, which is one reason why server admins, generally speaking, will raise the XP multiplier. Okay, we're resting in bed. I don't necessarily need to sleep. Probably should wait till the end of the day to exercise, but I haven't really tested that out too much. Okay, getting bored, but thanks to organizing, now we know where to, go if we want to be less, that's right, less bored. We're gonna go over here and grab a suspicious magazine and read it. I don't really need to do this. I could just run around outside, but for good measure. My God, my boredom isn't gone. Even after eating a whole magazine? I find that hard to believe. We'll leave the garbage bag here. It's not really worth taking a garbage bag out with us into the rest of society. Who does that? You know? Can mayonnaise be used as a hammer? I mean, if it's an instrument, you could. Yeah, you can now watch TV to reduce your boredom. Unfortunately, we have only static as the TV show. All right, let's test out our combat effectiveness. I'm not going to say that I'm going to win this fight, nor am I even going to try to take on all of them, but let's see how we do with this character's base stats. All right, so you'll see we've got multi-hit on. I like multi-hit. I believe single player is a little bit unbalanced when you fight hordes like this, or there's almost no way to deal with them when you're in single player. It'll exist when we get to multiplayer, so... metal pipe broke. Okay, well... I mean, you know, we out here, though. We out here. Alright, so my general assessment of our character to begin with is that he's an enormous landfill. He himself is just a pile of trash. Panicked, morbidly obese, unskilled, and breaks everything. But he will be, that's right, he will be stronger. We'll keep up these the short blunt skill is pretty important because you can use it without damaging your items. It's pretty important to collect items in the beginning of the game, if you haven't noticed. We still need a watch. We still don't even know what time it is. These are more the encounters that we'll want to get caught up in. I'm going to go ahead here and I'm just going to shout. Probably the safest way to fight. I don't think that this works in games like 7 Days to Die anymore because usually the zombies just stay inside of the house. But you need to be careful and just make sure you get them all in one line. You know, I don't want anyone to come behind me. Twice as deadly as in front of me. Okay, not the smartest move, but so be it. Short blunt lets you weaponize toilets. Can you say this? Is there something that you could take off of a toilet again? I don't think I've ever dismantled a toilet. Though there is a surprising number of things that you can dismantle that a lot of people just don't ever even get to dismantle because they never explore metalworking, carpentry, and all of that other... Okay, here we go. This is something... Normally, I'd say that this is better, but we're going to not do this. We're going to attach this to the right side of our belt, our kind of secondary item, only if this thing runs out. So this is better. We've already got about 5 hammers, so I'm not going to worry about getting another one. We're really just looking for kind of long-term needs now. If we could find one with a bag, something of that nature, to be nice. Okay, indoor fireplace. Wooden mallet. Okay, well, I guess we'll test out that thing with the wooden mallet. So we will grab it. See if we can actually use it as a hammer and a box of nails. Yep, there's one right there. I want to make sure I've got most of the bottom floor covered before I start going up stairs and stuff. I don't think that we have a similar, like, employee break room like we had in the last place. Plaster powder is actually somewhat underrated. I like it because it... you know, it's so heavy, so we won't bring it along with us, but it can make for a very nice, like, wall. You get to the point later on in the game, if you want to start designing a base, that it'd be nice to have just a great sheetrock and drywall, you know? I've seen some crazy bases way out in the woods. Like whole mansions. But you never really get up to that phase unless if you have an army of people working for you. But probably that is something. That is definitely something. Okay, I think I'm just going to go straight home with that. Really useful item. We won't be able to use it for a while, though. Really, till we find, like, a car or something of that nature. Wrench as well. And here you are. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. We've been expecting you. And you also have something in you that I need. I need that. Can you imagine if the only screwdriver that you had was one that you pulled out of his... I don't think I would trust that. Yeah. But nonetheless, it's something. Okay, this is a dangerous fight I'm not going to take because I don't know what's behind me. I'll, like... There we go. Okay, that's just enough. That's just enough. Yep. That's also an interesting fight. I still can't really read the sounds in this new expansion yet either, which is why I'm a little bit slow when I play. Or now that they've added all the Soundworks updates, it's like I used to know exactly where anything was the second that I heard it, but now anything could be anywhere. Things that sounded far away are right next to me. Things that sounded right next to me are far away. It's just, it is a little bit mind-boggling. Okay, we're going to see if we can just get back as fast as possible. I think we had one come with us. That always freaks me out when they just disappear randomly, but we'll find out from the knocking on the window. The trick to take down the stairs still does work. Indeed. Oh, you piece of crap. Well, actually, that one I kind of had coming to me. Yeah, I deserve that. It's good. It's free first aid experience. I think that was kind of realistic that we dropped the pipe on the other side. All right. So cool. Head back inside of the house. Ah. Home. Nice to be home again. We should probably keep a place for maps. Now, this shelf looks just... that shelf doesn't actually exist because it is only... I don't know why that shelf doesn't work. Weird. We'll make this bouquet of flowers our... Oh, you know, actually, I really wanted to just destroy this stuff. Okay, I'm going to go about the process of destroying everything in the house that I don't like. I don't like this. It doesn't really fit the aesthetic that I'm searching for here. The flowers would work, but I'm looking for more like bunker kind of feel, you know? We're going to go ahead and destroy that as well. God, I'm coming out like... Wasn't there a character in some kind of... I mean, it's kind of like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, you know? Except it's, what is it? Whatever I'm carrying right now. All right, let's just throw everything else on the ground. My God, it's so satisfying to throw things on the ground when they actually appear there on the ground. Isn't that marvelous? Sometimes we get weighed down. There we go. There it is. Nice. I'm Salty McGastrocnemius. I'm going to destroy anything that's not a Gastrocnemius. No, now I'm just being a tool. All right, this is a non-functional shelf. I consider it a lie, so I'm destroying it. You know what I mean? Like, this shelf did nothing for me. Look, that shelf isn't there. I don't know why it's not in the game. It's misleading. False. We're going to destroy it. Okay, I don't think that there's any feng shui in this room at all, so I'm going to just start destroying other stuff. Like, why is this plant here beside this TV? Why is there a jukebox in the living room? Shouldn't be here. We're getting rid of it. What's other stuff? This oven is garbage, but it looks better there than it would not being there. So we're going to leave that. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of these paintings. I don't think that that belongs there either. And the walls are just... Everything is the wrong color in this home, too. I think that things are crowded. This room isn't so bad. But it could be improved. All right, I'm sure we'll have more things that we want to get rid of in the future, but I don't want to make any moves that I'll regret. Otherwise, I think that this home is very good for the most part. So we're going to leave most of that there. Let's check out this place. I'm a big fan of those logs over there. You know, there's this gentleman who has a YouTube channel, and he just, he lives out in the woods, and he's an architect. That's the kind of life I desire, you know? We're going to try to make that happen. You know, like you're designing things out in nature. There's something ingenious about it. Hey, Super Scoots, thanks for the prime. I mean, you know, I wouldn't recommend destroying propane in real life, but it just didn't seem like it belonged there. What could we do with it? Non-functional and irresponsible propane. Alright, what other crap do I want to get rid of? Another thing I don't like is this. Except it might be weird if we destroy this. Yeah, actually we can't. So we can't destroy the electric pole. Okay, well, electric pole, you can stay. So I don't ever forget where this is. I'm leaving it in front of my house. Alright, I'm going to rest the gastrocnemius now and go to sleep. Ah. Nice to be back in bed. And getting the bed bloody, I might add. It's all in good fun. It's all good and fun. Hank Hill wouldn't... How did they not explode? Because they're just props. They're just visual props. That's the reason why I destroyed them, is because they aren't really propane, you know? They're just an illusion. This is okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and start to create some daily routines. You know, yesterday I went out and I found some stuff, and then I came back. And that was fine. I think today we're going to do something kind of similar, but we've got to keep improving our daily state, you know? So we're going to go ahead into our bedroom. Let's go to the same spot as we did yesterday, and we're going to do some push-ups. If we had a watch, we could have a whole daily routine down. It'd be nice. You'd like it. We don't, so we can't. What is some non-fattening food to munch upon? I suppose canned sardines wouldn't be that bad for my health. Dirty bandage. Oh well. We'll wash that. Can't be what? Where is my rag? No.
Howdy,
my rag.
partner.
Oh, well, we can always just destroy more clothes, right? Hey. 0GX Sentinel. Thanks very much for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. Alright, we will destroy this formal shirt because there's no more reason to be formal anymore. The world has ended. Rip that. Here we are. We'll fill up our empty red mug again, and now we can rebandage. Ah, nice. Okay, so we're still starving to death. Starving to death isn't so bad, though, when we're so overweight. Well, not to death, but, you know, starving isn't so bad in this state. I also want to get rid of this. I don't think that any of these paintings belong. The lakeside painting can stay, but it bothers me that it's divided in the middle mysteriously, so I'm going to have to get rid of this. You see how there's like a slight line there? That's upsetting me. What else? We're going to get rid of the pause poster because I find it annoyingly pulpy. And then we're going to take all of the curtains off the windows and replace them with sheets. Glorious sheets, because it makes me feel like that it's more of like a survivalist bunker. You know, this isn't just a house anymore. This is a survival. We're going to go ahead and remove these curtains, and watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the sheet. See, doesn't that feel more moody already? I like that. Oh, whoops, not that. Unfortunately, we can never go back to the way that things were after we do this. That draw order bothers me. You ever do that when you... But I find that when we get into things like this and the nitty-gritty, that's when we're really immersed in the game. We're really... I am Salty McGastrocnemius right now, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not just playing as him. I am him. And that That is what makes either going to a movie or a game worth it. Of course, you don't go to a game. No one would say that in their right mind. Ridiculous. But I would. Oh. Progress. Ying-a-ling-ding. We have progressed. We have progressed. Are there animals in the game? No, but they are planning it for a future build. Incognito. We're going to go ahead and make an expensive painting collection. They need to be in a crate somewhere because that's where they belong. All right, this is a moodier living room. Now this is really tickling my fancy. Okay, unfortunately we have to pick up the carpet in pieces. Sometimes carpets spawn like this. I know that this is difficult for map makers to do because of the way that items sometimes spawn in the game, so no judgment. Atox, everything that you create is amazing. But we're going to go ahead and just put all of this stuff in here. I think Atox has done a few other things too. I should really look at more of them. Okay, we're going to put the everything that I hate is going to go into this drawer, and then we're going to destroy this drawer because this also doesn't belong. Oh, that sounds like actually, I hadn't really considered that. There is technically a way to just get rid of items in this game. I can't believe I never knew this. I suppose that all that we really need to do is just put everything into something that we don't like, and then equip this sledgehammer, and then destroy the thing that has the items in it. Because sledgehammers are like a black hole just sucking everything in. My God, that didn't work at all. What the hell? All of it just went spilling out into the floor in the worst draw order I've ever seen. Okay, I lied. Well, I just didn't know. That's the truth. Okay, well, we'll put it on this shelf, or, I don't know, in a crate somewhere I don't like. That really bothered me. Now my mistake has been immortalized. All right, we'll put it in the trash. This is the bad food trash. This is the real trash, where nothing that's actually useful at all goes. Empty tin can might be useful for storing stuff. Now we're getting to the ways in which Project Zomboid is really like Neo Scavenger for the discerning man. Here we go. Back into the house. Fishing for beginners. Fill the empty red mug. My God, this mug is just a piece of crap. Okay, but we are running smoothly and gladly now. What other things bother me about this house? No, I don't think that there's too much bothering. It's more a lack of things that's bothering me about the house. I think that the roof is distasteful. I think we're going to have to fix that. We also need to build a wall further around the outside. Maybe, or maybe closer, I don't know. I'd like to join together the inside and the outside here with a wall. Like, even if we could just frame this spot right here, you know what I mean? We are going to need our axe for this step too, because I'm going to need to down some trees. We're going to make this yard a nice place. Okay, there we are. Hand axe. If you don't have an axe, yeah, at least have a hand axe, as they say. Let's go ahead outside again. And we're just going to cut down some of these trees, because I don't like too much line of sight blocking. My father always used to appreciate a well-kept garden. But here we are. Okay, good. Ah. Yeah, that's a nice smack it against the tree. I don't get the chance to play Project Zomboid slowly and carefully like this as much as I might perhaps enjoy. Ah, look at those glorious logs on the ground. Now we could put up walls here, but I want to preserve this nook right here. Look at this. Isn't this a sacred place of Americana? Look at all the Americana right here. It is kind of Americana, isn't it? We're going to pick up the trash, although the trash is kind of moody. I do like it, though. Wow, you could actually pick up trash in this game. I did not even know that that was an item. You learn something new every day. All right, well, that's enough of that. Let's sit in a chair for a few minutes. In a chair that we can actually sit in. There we are. Who knows how you sit the other way? A universe, I'd like it if in Project Zomboid, if, you know, how you could sit in some of the chairs facing one way but not another. I'd like it if that just were permanently added into the game. Like, yep, that's just the way that it works. Or, you know, you can't face, like, one direction. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, let's get back out into the world. All right, we'll keep moseying our way down the road. We probably won't find much for a while. They are coming for my property. The proletariat. Of course I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. Though a lot of zombie movies and fiction are kind of interpreted in that way, that everything is sort of political. Most zombie movies are about people just not being able to work together very well. It's good though. I like to leave some downed logs in my lot. Doesn't that feel good? All right, now we're talking. Denim shirt we'll wear because we need that. Long socks are a little bit better than socks because they're long, and you could always just cut off the other part of the sock, right? Genius. You don't need ankle socks. Those expensive ankle socks. All you need are like really large socks, and then you get a free neck gaiter out of it if you have large feet and a small neck. That would be an odd combination of proportions to have, but it's possible. Or maybe you could share them with a friend smaller or larger than you. If you all got together, maybe everyone except for the smallest and the largest person could have socks and a neck gaiter. I don't know why you would need ankle socks and a neck gaiter, but only just slightly tangential. I stand by everything I said. All right, the leather jacket is very nice. We'll take that. I think there was a watch. There was. Ooh. Man, that howling is starting to feel really moody to me. The zombies seem to work together just fine. Oh, I don't know. I find it satisfying to take out large groups of them. Sometimes the way that the default settings are set up, it's like it's not. You know, you still can't get overwhelmed. But it's also like, I don't like this game to be a running simulator either. Yeah, rings as trophies. We'll need to find some kind of trophy for them as we go. I still think there's so much potential. Oh, God. Why didn't I see you? Just walked right into that one. Thinking so many good thoughts. You know, I always find that the more immersed you get into the game, the more you start to think like a game designer. Just stuff that you would want in a game, which they say is like the most important skill in making a video game. It doesn't matter if you know how to code or anything like that. Especially nowadays, there's so many games. Guys, there's so many games out there. But just having a really interesting premise makes everything worthwhile. No, what do I know? I'm just an idiot. Don't listen to anything I say. Oh, cars. Like, what other game could create this moment, you know? Here we are, out in the wild alone, and I am excited for some situation that the designers never really, like, intended or created that specific instance. It wasn't like a level in Super Mario World or something. Nothing wrong with Super Mario World. I think it's a great game. Please don't send the FBI after me or anything. But all I'm saying is that, my God, it's like a kaleidoscoping journey of novelty, you know? All right, goodbye, inferior watch. Rings. We could wear rings if we wanted to. No, please don't call the FBI. Collect crucifix necklaces and put them around your house to ward off the dead. Yeah, some people used to collect cars. You know, collect cars and then surround their house with them. Many different options. Just any kind of collecting in this game is usually well spent. There is a little group of people who used to do pixel art in this game too, because you could place stuff on the ground and then do that. It'd be nice to see some pixel art every now and then. I don't know who I'm judging with this. Like, why don't you make pixel art anymore? Maybe you could do that. It'd be really nice if you did it again. No. You do whatever you want. Really, the one that I've been getting a hankering to play, to be honest with you, is stuff like Cataclysm and Dwarf Fortress. But it really... it's very difficult to make the games fun to watch as it is to play. But I think there's something right about that, too. This lock is broken. Oh, so the door is just totally... Wow, this car is just bad. But yeah, I don't know. I think we'll embark upon a month or two of just exploring new games. Generally speaking, that's what it all comes back to. Ah, we found an empty bottle. Ah, we needed that. What other game could get you excited, besides Neo Scavenger, in which I would be 3 times more excited, but could get you so excited about finding an empty bottle of water? You know what I mean? It's good. Well, yeah, I mean, actually, speaking of Dwarf Fortress, haven't they been porting it to Steam? It's Tarn Adams and who else? Is it Zach? His brother Zach? They're fantastic people. You know, I mean, Dwarf Fortress actually inspired Minecraft, so when you really get back to everything, I don't really know what preceded Dwarf Fortress, but Dwarf Fortress kind of inspired not all modern indie game, but a lot of really good modern indie gaming. And I mean indie, like, you know, solo developers, 1 or 2 together. Or just, I don't know, I read news articles on this stuff. It gets me back into gaming whenever I'm not feeling like it. It can also be played on Windows 95. Mechanics for Beginners. One of the most useful books. Okay, now we're going to start to limit our search to, like, more singularly useful items. I really like the addition of this TV system. It just feels like it's a whole new dimension in the game, you know? Like, we could get a TV, get a generator, and then start watching VHS tapes on it. Did they? I believe there were some DVDs out around the time that this... Did DVDs come out till the aughts? Or were they out in the 90s? I believe that this game takes place in like 1990, or is it 1993 or 4 or something like that? Whenever it is, let's just read this magazine really fast. Although we're slow readers, it just makes sense to read it in place. Yeah, so they were out in the 90s, but not very popular. Yeah, I vividly recall that we had a collection of VHS tapes at my own home. We still do. They're still there. Remove these curtains. We're going to need a lot more curtains to go. Curtains are some useful things. This is just a shower that just showers the room. Odd. DVDs? Oh, now we're getting into a DVD debacle. A DV debacle. DVDs, I don't know, like when you had a DVD though, you owned the movie. That was kind of nice. This was a whole thing I got into over the last year. I actually started thinking about what I owned of the games that I had. Like, you know, would I ever be able to share them with my children? Because I find that the more I game, the more I appreciate nostalgia about gaming than actually gaming itself. Like, I don't want to play the new stuff. I want to listen to soundtracks of stuff that I did as a kid. And I don't know if it's just like something over time or whether stuff has actually gotten better or worse, but whatever the answer to that is, I know how I feel about it. God damn it, I lost my hat. Every time I have hopped a fence in this, I have failed. Did I look better without the hat? I think I looked better without the hat. But it feels right. I don't know, it feels right. So I'm going to put it back on. Putting it back on. I just go with my gut reaction on everything. All right, don't forget, we've got a TV in our hands. Showers like this are common and... Really? So it's not that weird? Yeah, demo discs, you know? keep old systems and one-up machines. Glad someone gets. Yeah, no, a lot of people do that. I mean, there's a massive market on what is it, eBay for like Nintendo games, stuff like that. I still have some of them, you know. Don't collect all of them, and a lot of those things do get, you know. Time eats away at metal. You won't be able to keep it forever, but there is something that's preserving about a digital download too. And there's other sites like sites like GOG. But if you get too deep into this way of thought, then you start to think about things like, well, what if Microsoft is discontinued or something like that? You know, you start to get into this line of thinking whereby you'll never really feel like you own anything. And the truth is that you only own the things that you can hold on to with both hands. Anyway, I don't know why, but like that kind of line of thought makes me more motivated to game with games that are more like about collecting, you know? Or like, when I say motivated, I mean like it makes me more immersed in them. Which is what is enjoyable about them, I think. Or that's, I think, the fundamental experience that it's all about. This is getting very philosophical, but I like it. Let's just pay attention to our in-game news, because we did almost die when we were just walking down the street, and we did say that we would be very slow and careful, but also reflective and introspective. All right, I'm a mess. I want to do this. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my bed back into the garage, I think tonight or tomorrow, because I do want to have, like, this house, but I also want to have my house over there, because it's a rental, right? You know, you could give it out to somebody else. Let's go ahead and take these sheets, and we'll cover up the rest of the windows, because windows are unsafe. All right, that's something. How did we pin up these windows, though? I mean, the curtains. So many questions. This room is fully covered. I also think that there's an excessive number of couches in here, and I'd like some of them to be outside. I might not destroy them with the sledgehammer, but I might do something. And we unfortunately can't put curtains up on that one. But couldn't I put up curtains on the top and the bottom? See, if they add little features like that to Zomboid, where you could put curtains up on, like, more detailed like that, I think it would get even closer to the game that it can be, you know? But I imagine that this must be a really annoying thing to hear if you're a game dev, you know, hearing features that other people would like. But some folks who watch these are game devs, too. I'm just very vain, is the truth.
Hey, happy to be here, my man.
Hey, Leon Pyramid, thanks very much for the 2 months. Much appreciated, my friend. Happy to have you. All right, I don't think I need quite this many sheets anymore. No, absolutely not. Those are going back in here. Tissues, toilet paper, those can go in the bathroom because I decided I'll go to the bathroom if I have a cold. Which I won't get one because I won't get cold. Yes, you do get a cold from being cold in Project Zomboid. It's almost perfect. Adhesive bandages. You know, maybe I will put these bandages into the bathroom. It's the first place I think of. You should use your common sense. There's too many chairs in here. I don't know, when I concern myself with, like, the here and now, of, like, how is everything laying out, it brings me great internal peace. I guess a hand axe is kind of like a tool. Screwdriver is definitely a tool, Pages of maybe if my house falls into a bog. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it gives me something kind of like, stable to lean upon, you know? If my house is in good order, then my soul is at rest. You know what I mean? Like, at least I know that even if I am really messed up, my house is good. Not only can I live in it, but others can. And it can sustain and help them. It's a beautiful thought, really. All of this goes in here. Screwdriver, wrench. I think we've got this. We don't have to carry around this goddamn mug of water anymore. I hated doing that. That's like my least favorite thing to have to do. How much water does that even have in it? Do we have a way of knowing? No. Do mugs of water carry the same amount of water as bottles of water. I also don't think that we should be able to carry mugs of water in our inventory, because who could possibly balance the mug of water so well? Right? I don't know. Well, axes are tools enough. Axes are tools enough. At least this one. I don't believe that they sell them in the store so that you can use them against other people. There we are. Well, it depends on the store. I don't know. Hardware store. Hardware store, probably. Attach that to my back. Right, now we have 2 metal pipes. Amazing. It's time to move a bed in here, and then, well, first off, we'll see if we can even do that. And I'm not feeling picnic. I'm feeling more like, well, we'll see if we can get a car in here. I'd like to actually make that into a garage. I do want to preserve this window space, though. The windows will be the first thing to go in the zombie apocalypse. Scenic views, insulation. Windows bring in, the cold, you know? Alright, so let's find out what we need to do for this bed. We do need, unfortunately we need carpentry. I don't really buy this because I think you could just pick up the bed, don't you think? But it will. We do also have the carpentry book, I believe. So now we're very tired, though, so it's not worth it to do it right now. We'll just do some we can't even do push-ups. We'll just go to sleep. But now we're starting to feel a sense of permanence. Our character is improving, and I'm feeling like a great uplifting of the soul. Oh, is my heart shaking? Why am I? Oh, yeah, because I'm starving to death. Well, actually, starving to death isn't so bad.
I can't do a push-up either, smiley face.
Oh, push-ups. Push-ups are fine. Actually, I've been doing a lot of running lately. Hey, Rob, how are you? Thanks very much, my friend. Alright, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Only just enough to not die of starvation. We can go back on our journey. And look, we've already lost 1 kilogram. Let's have a sit down now in this normal chair. Oh, look, I just teleported in front of the chair. He sits so respectfully. Look at that. He just has such reverence for the world around him. If only we could all appreciate that from moment to moment. That'd be nice. You know, like live with gratitude for it. Yeah, let's get out of this chair. All right. I think we're good now. I do want to bring that bed in. Let's go ahead and read the carpentry book. I'm trying to think of other dumb stuff we could do with carpentry. We have carpentry for intermediates. We have trapping. We don't actually have the early carpentry book, unfortunately. I mean, we could. The early levels of carpentry are not that hard to get. Well, we would just need nails. But now we know where to get all of that stuff, so we're good. We're good. Take all of that. Take that and that. All the tools and other garbage. I don't believe pipe wrenches are actually useful as tools in this. Again, I may be mistaken. Let's see. Let's find out about that wood mallet. Can we use that? Oh, I'll find out in a moment. We'll put it all that into our. But see, having these like workshops laying out and stuff like that is just. It gives me such peace. Because otherwise you're just kind of randomly running around the world, hoping that you don't die. Vaguely depending upon your stats, but not really having any sense of internal building, you know? I do like the coverage we've built up here. There's nice sight lines. You know, it might seem quiet over here, but we've got a nice wall of trees around us, but they will be coming soon. Hopefully not too soon. Keep making our way south. We did have a few groups down here. Barn. Ah, this is it. This is more like it. A noble barn. Here we are. Can we do stuff with these? No, these are mostly just dead. The corn is so moody in this game, though. I don't know who did the pixel art for the corn, but it's beautiful. It's oddly good at, like, separating everything out visually. Well, this is just a lot of nothing. That's also nothing. But it reminds me of Uncle Hayseed's barn from The Sims. Where helicopter events. Helicopter events are in vanilla. We may see them. We haven't seen too much. In fact, we've been pretty lucky. We haven't had too many horde movements. We can't have them happen in our sleep, though, so we don't know if one day we'll wake up and we'll be getting ambushed. I'm probably playing a bit too comfortably right now, and there's that's exactly that sound I make in my brain. That just soft sound of sadness whenever they claw me down. This home is actually rather noble. Noble Americana. Look, there's the outhouse that we spawned atop. We didn't even really give this place a chance. Let's do it now. This door is closed. This window is closed. It's like a game of chess. I always feel like if I had a floor such as this one, I would feel like that I would need to have really big chess pieces to just move around the house. Like you'd get down, every time you walk through the hall, you'd need to make a move, you know? This house is not safe, though. Not safe from the likes of chess or me. Right? No danger anymore. The best item in all of SimCity. This game is just probably SimCity, right? A second one of them, even better. Oh. A noble garden fork. I explode with pleasure. Yes. Scythes. Oh, we can't even say scythe. We have to say scythes. We have to change the way that we pronounce it. Look, more chess floor. Oh, so good. Can you even imagine my elation? Oh, yes. Yes. Subconsciously only step on either the black or the white squares. That would be if this were checkers, an inferior game. No, chess. Of course I'm kidding, of course I'm kidding. But although perhaps I am a bishop. That would be a dumb challenge. Like you can only step on the diagonal squares. Project Zomboid, but I am a bishop in chess. How far am I going to go for YouTube views? No, of course I'm kidding. Those challenges are the most fun to do when you haven't played the game in a while, though, and you think, oh, wouldn't it be weird if I could play it this way? So, trying to kind of change it around these days, you know. I did a lot of stuff in Project Zomboid, but it was nice. I think it brought out the best in what I make and in what people like in what I make. It takes a long time, you know. It takes a long time to find something that you like to do. Now this is a CD.
Working overtime, but never too busy to catch AA.
Hey, Zaladar, God bless. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Have a good shift. Thanks for the prime. Now, if we could get a CD, this means that we could probably go back in time to the Walkman. This reminds me of my sister's Blink-182 CD. On long car rides, we would share the earbuds, one in each ear, and listen to it. They would sing about how they were very upset with something in Blink-182 Fine Band. Like all of their most... Except for some reason they play a lot of it here where I moved. And they just play the sad songs. So I'll hear like Adam's song in the car. And why would you play Adam's song on the radio? It's just going to upset everyone and cause general sadness. Not that I don't like the song, but it you know... I long for like... for elation when I'm who wants to drive and get sad, you know what I mean? I guess you could kind of experience a perfect sadness, but that would be pretty irresponsible driving. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. All right, here we are. I am proud to come home because now I have two copies of the greatest item in the game. And I also have, I genuinely think that, wait, were we dying again? Oh, I scratched my right shin. Even know when that happened. When did I lose my head? Be more careful about this stuff. But now I'm looking like the psychopath I dreamed of. Let's put all of this in here. That's good. Okay, scythes. Scythes. I guess a wood axe is a tool. Yeah, we'll put the wood axe over here as well. I mean, I guess it's a tool. Trowel. We have so many trowels now, we won't need any more of these. But, you know, we might as well just keep collecting duplicates. Now we can use them as weapons and never run out either. Tons of books in my inventory to get, let off. And also we can get rid of these things too. The saw, that's worthless. The nails. Well, I mean, they are worthful, very much worthful. Don't get me wrong, but, you know. I fell over the fence when I was power walking. God damn, I didn't even notice that. Now, these shoes are too, like, flippant. We need to replace them with something more somber to fit the tone. I'm looking more Halloween-y. I like that. This home is almost just as I dreamed it. Of course, you know, books shouldn't be placed right next to the window, because what if someone came through the window? Now I'm beginning to get a little bit paranoid. We're not that well, I mean, you know, we are hungry. Of course, I'm always hungry. Man, isn't that just such a crazy thing about being human? You're just always hungry. Okay, now I'm going crazy. No more of this. We need planks from the nearby building. We can also put down what we of course don't need both of these garden forks. We'll put one of them down here. There it goes. I like making a collection of my items. Hand scythes. Place those there. Oh, that's kind of funny. You can place multiple at a time. Huh, neat. I wonder what the CDs look like. Only one way to know. Can we put them on top of these shelves? Oh my god. Look, you can put the CD on top of the bookshelf. Wow. Look at that. There's the CD up there. That's amazing. There's practically no limit. You think I could place them vertically or horizontally, or eventually they'll implement that maybe? All right, I'm going to just place these down here. My excitement can hardly be contained. We'll place this here. I'm creating such a wonderful collection. Now I look like I'm angry about something and I'm going to take it out. And we'll put that there. Pitchforks and torches. Okay, I'm going to rest for a minute. Why am I still hurt? We'll remove those bandages. Let's just care for our body for a moment. Yeah, we'll use the ripped sheets for now. Okay, wash those off, and then we'll head out, and then we'll get some planks, and then we'll board up these windows. Doesn't that sound good? Can I microwave the CD? Why would I do that? What, so that it'll play the music? I don't know. What? No, that would just be dumb. Sorry. I don't think that's a very good idea at all. Jewel cases window. I'm just giving you a hard time, but don't do that. Don't forget, yes, R, Shift, and R lets us rotate them. We could place them in more inventive orders, and yet I like it when they're all in sort of the same orientation. That gives me a lot of internal peace. We're going to go ahead and clean these rags. Yeah, 5 ripped sheets. There we are. Okay, we'll put those into the gastrocnemius over here. Let's go ahead and take I'll also probably put the needle in there. I know I've been somewhat inconsistent with this bathroom, but I mean, it's just a bathroom. Okay, so now here's something on the evolution of blood. Before it was whatever color it was, red. Now it's like brownish gray. It happens. How are we developing? Good. Salty McGastrocnemius is really coming along now. He's improved with his short blunt and his maintenance. We want to get up that maintenance, especially because, you know, it's not really so worth it to use your best items until you have good maintenance. I'm going to make an exception for that because I think that this is fun. And I want to do it. But otherwise I wouldn't. Just to kind of make sure I'm covering all my bases. This gentleman is in his underpants. I find it more believable that everyone would be wearing boxers. But I didn't make the rules. Garden saw. We did have planks in here somewhere, didn't we? I mean, we could just start to take apart everything. Maybe I'll just bring back my tools and dismantle these crates. There's not much sense in just, you know, trying to bring all of that back. Can we disassemble? We do need it. We do need the hammer. I do believe, though, that we have another building over there with... We could also get free nails from this place, too. And nails are not always the easiest thing to come by, either. Let's check the other building. Okay, there it is, a hammer. I'm going to go into the other one simply because it's more well lit, and I don't want to die. I always seem to die in the dark. Can I not wash the walls? Yeah, you guys. I'm happy that you guys are as irked by the blood on the walls as I am. We can. It'll be a little while. We just need some bleach. I don't think we've found bleach anywhere, though, unfortunately. I think that we checked the... Yeah, we did check these. Yeah, we're good there. All right, we're going to switch into... not until we can find better sneakers. We're going to disassemble all of this. We'll make trips back and take planks over there. Now, let's just go check out our carpentry, because even though we didn't read the book... I mean, that was a pretty significant amount. What do we need to disassemble? 10 of those? That's not so bad. So let's... Your first quest is to disassemble 10 crates. I think that'd be an interesting way to play the game if you gave yourself quests, or if there was some mod that did it. We were talking about motivation to play earlier. You know, you shouldn't need it because you're an adult. But if you do, maybe it'd be nice if there was something kind of like that RimWorld mod where they gave you achievements, you know? I don't know, I'm just thinking. There we are. I'd like to bring some of this stuff back because there is like a charm about the poorly built furniture, you know? We got literally 0 planks from all of that. We're going to have to unbarricade and hopefully... Oh, actually, I don't know if we can fail this yet. That's free planks. Okay. Very nice, Mr. Plankman. 53.25. Let's go ahead and, I think we can just take this off, right? Really find a fair amount of bleach. Yeah, usually I feel like that there's more bleach, but I don't know. I guess we're in a world that just doesn't appreciate clean white sheets, you know? All right, let's unbarricade all of this. I always fear using bleach because I'm afraid that everything's going to just turn white in the wash. And then I'll just look like a ghost and everyone will not see me or run away. But also, too, you know, you worry about the next load after the bleach. Like, what kinds of, dangerous people are using bleach in the wash? We've got 13 in our... Oh, God. We've got 13 planks in our inventory. We are not going to be too good here. I've got to get a hit on this. Good. Yeah, that was not very careful of me. Okay, well, you pretty much can't fail barricading the windows. So we're going to go head back now. I'm going to go somewhat slowly. Somebody took out the windows. So we're just going to use that. And then we'll head back. Now I'm going to go about barricading the windows because it enhances the mood and it does give me another bit of a layer of defense against the zombies. After that, we can go about constructing the walls around our house. I think we've also got a bunch of nails now on us to make the job go even faster and more reliably, I suppose. Is an option to stop fast forwarding after the action? I did not know that, but I have to check it out. I should probably have my look around the options, but thank you for saying that, Pertex. Got any game recommendation a good person to ask? Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I'm looking to try over the next couple of weeks. I thought I'd usher it in with a good hearty peasy run, though. Because so much good gaming just begins with it. Where will the sheets go? Okay, we're going to take these off, remove these curtains, and then put them back on. See, that looks much better now. No. Remove these. Add those sheets again. Okay, there we are. Now we can close those up. Now that's not enough. How do we bore the... Oh, we don't actually get any nails from that. I stand corrected. I thought that we had a lot of nails in our inventory. No, it seems that all that we get back are planks. Ah, that is right, though. Yep, that sounds right to me. Yeah, as I recall, you need a lot of nails if you want to go about some of these things. After that, we can pick up these chairs and bring them into the other room. We'll grab one of these. Open that up. There we go. Now we have nails as far as the eye can see. And I think I'm going to start by barricading the rest of these windows. Yes. Yeah, barricade that. You can actually barricade from both ends. I think the max we could do is, what, 4 planks? So let's just completely seal off some of the windows. I do like the idea of there being some sunlight peeking through, but my god, we leveled up. I'm very picky. No, I'm not that picky, but I like things a certain way. That's pretty much the definition of picky, though. What am I doing? There we are. Okay, barricade the rest of that. This is nice. We're having a base. It's going up. We're safe. We're protected. It's good. I mean, of course, you know, like zombies could get through some of this stuff, but the more we surround ourselves in just an absurd number of planks, the more likely it is that we'll survive the helicopter event, which will eventually inevitably come. Fully board this up. Wasn't that good now? Look at all of that. All right, I think it's time for some push-ups. Well, we can't even do them. We have to go to sleep now. I feel like I'm ready for bed. So a lot of good stuff there to be had. This house is feeling progressively cozier by the day. I feel like I belong here. Shift E to close the sheets. I did not ever try that key press, but thank you. I thought you actually had to right click. Yeah, we'll go and do a little bit more options later on. The one thing I do want to switch with my options, I've not been doing this lately, but is it show mouse cursor while aiming? I don't think it's there. Let's change the color of the highlighted container. Let's make it something new. We'll make it green. Yeah. Rendering rain and snow. We did have a weird hiccup where we got some weird stuff happening. Show mouse cursor while aiming. Lock cursor to window. No. Simple weapon textures. No. Texture compression. I can't find it right now. Pan camera wide. There's a couple things in there I have to change. Yeah, well, whoops. Oh, no. Change the color of that. There we are. Okay, we've made it green. That's the only thing I'll change. There's a lot of decent settings, though, in Zomboid. So where can we find a highlighted container? See, now they're green. That's kind of nice, right? Green's a great color. Progress. It's good. Tire pump. Okay, now we need to go place a place for mechanics items. I guess that, for lack of a better place, we'll just use this foot locker to store mechanics items. So get a tire pump in here, and any other item that we find like of that nature, we can add in there as well. I think we have wrenches in here, so that seems a little bit more specific. But we'll start off with these like broad buckets for things, and then we'll start to move them into more and more narrow containers, and we make a more specialized base. It's a nice way to get started. Feels good. Feels like, I don't know, things are... With a game that lacks an end, it feels like things are progressing when you do that. You know? Like, you kind of have to reward yourself. Kind of like gamifying your own life. A lot of researchers have done this in psychology and said, like, yep, life's a game. We're just here playing it. Yeah. Open the canned tuna. Here we go. Now, is this high in calories? I mean, it should be, like, somewhat high, actually. That's far more than you would get in a regular can of... I mean, assuming it's not a huge can of tuna. So many options. Hey, Juice Soon. Thanks very much for gifting the sub. Is it under accessibility? Let me go back out. 1 second. Thank you. Should display drop items in cycle key and ignition. That is useful. Thank you. Oh, so basically, when you do that... See, that is a very nice feature. Also, too, I wish that there were a feature that warned you when a zombie was coming. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that the game should bring down time, but yeah, you know. Check around your settings. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I suppose is the moral of the story. Thank you for that. Right now, we're getting closer and closer to the southern border of the map, so what we might end up doing is going a little bit more east. We need to find a car, and then ultimately we'll try to make our way out west. Sorry, I mixed up my directions. We'll go west, and then we'll try to go east. Because there's a lot more of Eerie country. Well, there's actually a lot more of Eerie country out to the east and the north, but like the more immediate supplies that we'll find is here to the south, to the west, and well, really the west and the north. I don't think there's really much else that we need off of zombies. The only thing that we need is like, oh, we also don't want to lose where our home is. Okay. We'll just keep coming out until we find that characteristic path back here, or that distinctive path. Here we are. A lot of the houses that we kind of flirted with the last time, but now we have a sense of our bearings. We know where we are. Some of these houses are really nice in their architecture. Like, look at this nice little glass front door. That's nice. Oh, that's really nice. Am I using all the mods for my Survivor PZ? I think the mod list that I have included in the video includes, like, everything. So, everything that I will ever use all the time. If you want, I can go back at the end to just show which exact ones. But those are ones that I kind of go back and forth with. Like, I don't think I'm actually using the boats one right now, but it's in there because I use it a lot. I just did that for simplicity because I use them enough. This house is also just about as good as the one that we're staying in. I kind of appreciate its like interesting furnishings. Such great internal jobs Atox did on these things. It kind of makes me want to get back into map making. I don't know why. It was like that later on when I was playing the game a while back. It was more in the spirit of the game than actually playing the game itself. We used to do streams where I would make some maps. Might do a couple more. Like for like kind of a special event or something like that. And almost, it was nicer when it was just like 10 of us because everybody could kind of participate in making the map. I'm trying to think of a way to like bring it out to a bigger community. Maybe we'll do it like as a tutorial or something. There's a few good tutorials out there. Hey, Rodoc Bear, thanks very much. Alright, here we are. Garages. This is the kind of stuff that we need. Ideally, we could start to find like a military base, but this is more like it's oil suppressor. Now we're starting to move up. We need armor, weapons, anything to kind of clear out areas in a more assured way, because we've had various like, isolated spottings of ghouls, but we need to really make sure that the area is clear and clean. Empty gas can also useful for sure. Either that or like some kind of economy backpack. More suppressors. Always useful to have processors. There we are. Empty gas cans. More suppressors. Box of nails. Yeah. I don't know why. I just like to read out the most important items. It's a bag of diapers. Giant bag of diapers. All right. Doesn't look like we're finding much. Now, one thing that I always find that I do in this game is that, like, when I don't find the thing that I'm looking for, like, in the back of my head, I go, shotgun, or, like, big hiking bag. And that's what I say to myself. And then when I can't find that thing, I become very, like, I don't know, kind of impatient. And that's how most people die in this game. So I'm trying to get better at not doing that. I think it always kind of comes back to that, though, because I want instant gratification. I'll make this the weapon sort of box. We don't really have like a cabinet right now, so we'll just make it a box. I think that's great. That works. Project Zomboid map maker. Yeah, we could do something like that. I don't know. Well, I mean, the fun part is that when you get a lot of people working on one project, sometimes there's people who have a lot of like spare time, or are able to develop it in some way, or get really motivated with the project. Yeah, getting like a mapping community going, that's nice. I guess that will make this the weapons locker, because I think putting them all on the dining room table is just not going to work in the long run. And it's like a big metal cabinet. That seems like the place where you keep the dangerous stuff, right? Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I'll put the gas cans are going to be very heavy, so ultimately we'll probably just... actually, the gas cans really just belong on the floor. Every time I've seen efficient gas can storage, it's always been on the floor. Let's put them beside one another. Like that. That's... Hang on, we're going to rotate. That's good. Look at that. There they are. That's kind of nice. Yeah. All right, liking this. Now stuff is coming together. Let's get all this crap off the floor. See, we can already visibly see the crap, and it's just, see how it's making your head explode? Yeah, we're going to put this in here. Unfortunately, the ammo doesn't really... Since it's like modded ammo, it doesn't actually have a model yet. But whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll make this the ammo chest. Yeah. Bring this back into the bathroom. Here we are in the safest room that we have. Surrounded on all sides by 4 solid walls. And there's even like a small garage here on the outside. I'm well armed. I'm well clothed. The next step is just going to be to get a... Well, we got to cover the rest of this door. We can keep sealing ourselves in multiple layers. I like it, though. I'm feeling safer. I'm feeling more confident. Twitch. Yeah, indeed. Like, back on that note about the patience. Yeah, impatience really... I find that whenever I'm impatient, I don't even enjoy the game that much. Like I said, it's immersion. It's immersion. Okay, this house looks like crap. I might get out the sledgehammer again because I just need to destroy some things. You should always have a good sledgehammer on you to just... like a friend of mine used to say that throwing glasses at a brick wall was very good for taking out anger. And my God, I'm terrified of that friend, but... Yeah, like that seems good, Throwing, I mean like glasses, like restaurant glasses at a wall, All you do is you just gotta, it's expensive, but probably a great way to take out your anger. This room is kind of dank. I might combine rooms. Should I combine these two? Maybe I'm going to just take down this wall. I think that these couches look like crap. As they are. Yeah, we're going to take this chair. We don't need 2 sofas and a chair. We need a sectional sofa. I don't even think that... I think that this belongs in the trash. We don't need a clipboard either, or whatever that is. These clothes... Am I going to put these 2 rooms together? Maybe I am. I'm going to do it. I'm taking down the wall. Yeah. Look at that. It's edgy. Goodbye. This reminds me of my dad when my dad knocked down the wall when I was a kid. That sounds way worse than anything that actually did happen. Yeah, Dad took down the wall. Great day. So many literal and figurative walls were broken down that day. Look at this. That's great. All right, and we can move some things into the. Now let's add like a sense of planning into the other room. Let's go back in there. Yeah, make it look like some serious stuff is going on in here. We'll put the cork board back here. Okay, I'm feeling this now. This place is mine now. My own. My precious. We could even create like a miniature furniture depot. Wowzers. Look at all of the furniture going into these crates nonsensically. I don't like this box. Yeah, goodbye box. It seems as if the items go onto the ground now when you're done doing that kind of thing. Yeah, it is. It's a nice place. I mean, it's a nice place to start, but it makes an even better base once you've fixed it up. Though eventually the power will go out, so we should probably start to think about that. All right, let's clean up the floor of all of this crap. Take that. Put that into our inventory. Now we could put that in there. Everything is pretty well put away. Book goes in here. Yeah, I think we'll nab a few more planks or something like that. My next plan is going to be to do some carpentry. Pens, pencils. You know, we never really get a... I mean, I know this is kind of slow, but we never really get a good base going in a lot of my playthroughs. I feel like I just skip right to the action. I'm also going to destroy this TV because I think that, you know, with the... Wait a second. We don't want to do that. No, we're... I mean, it would have been really satisfying, but first off... Okay, I gotta just say that this end table is worthless. It doesn't do anything. Also, this plant, it adds a touch of like natural wildlife, and that's nice, but it doesn't do anything also. So, we'll disassemble the TV. We won't be complete savages. Yeah, that would upset everyone would have to go home if I did that. Can we even disassemble this TV? Or is it one of those TVs that needs like a hammer? It's back when TVs were nobler. Oh no, there it is. Okay, we got all the electronics and things like that. Now we could be a fancy engineer man and fix it up. This living room is just... now it's just garbage though. Yeah, having like a mechanics base, I don't know, being surrounded by this type of thing. I used to do this in real life more. I would do a lot of like woodworking. It was very satisfying stuff. All right, the feng shui is coming along now, but this first room doesn't feel quite so claustrophobic as it did before. That works. Man, there's nothing like just destroying stuff with a sledgehammer. We'll see what we can do about the rest of this part, but this is the main part of the house that I even like in the first place. Okay. Satisfied with that. We should also create a collection area just to put our stuff. I guess that's just going to be like the ground for now. Yeah, anything that we find out in the environment, we'll just put on the ground. Or anything that we need to organize again. It's always good to have one spot where you just collect all the crap that you find in your life. That way you can have some order about your base, even if it's not fully organized and you don't have to spend that much time on it. Pipe wrench goes there, rolling, all of that crap. There we go. We'll put that away later on. But at least it's in one place. You see what I mean? All right, now we're exhausted. We're tired. Pick up this garbage bag and do some push-ups and then go to sleep. Like I said, we're going to go through this really slowly and intentionally. Exercise, dirty bandage. That's okay. We're just going to do maybe 60 minutes of burpees because I didn't realize this at the beginning. When I first played this, I think I sped up time too much. Yeah, I sped up time too much. Oh, really? Now I think I'm exhausted. Why did I stop? Yeah, too exhausted to exercise. Now, when I first started exercising in PZ, I thought that delayed onset muscle soreness was being simulated. Like, you know, if you haven't worked out in a while, it'll probably feel good if you work out. But as it turns out, the opposite is true in this game. Like, if you exercise a lot, you reap even more rewards up till a certain ceiling. So, if you didn't know. All right. A little bored now, a little hungry. I think that's accurate. My God, my beard has grown even more majestic. It's okay. Well, I mean, it's good. It's ideal. Does our hair get longer? Hey, F-Dog, thank you very much for the 500 bits. Thank you, my friend. Do I have a beard in real life? Nah, I don't really like to itch it. Maybe I'll grow a beard. Maybe like for the winter. Nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't have a beard. Ah, here we are. Oh, crap. I've fallen over every fence. I don't trust these machines. A fence is it's not really a machine. Now we're kind of reaching. Chips. Why do you keep all of the ketchup in the barn? This farmer was crazy. He was like, yeah, the cows love marinara sauce and chips, and I don't know why. Is that what a farmer sounds like? That's probably not a farmer. At least where are we? We're Kentucky. I don't know if I've ever... No, I've been to Kentucky. Kentucky is mostly nothing, to be fair. Like, nothing wrong with Kentucky. I like it. But it is mostly nothing. Good to be here in mostly nothing, Kentucky. Actually, a fairly accurate representation of Kentucky, if I do say so myself. They're playing a lot of basketball. You know, they have a great team. But that's because there's not that much to do there. Just kind of being honest. Not saying that I wouldn't, but, you know, you need something to do. You need something to do. So you play basketball there. Have to grow my beard because I suppose that's fair, you know. Like if you ever shaved off your any hair, you know, it's itchy at first, but then it gets less itchy. I just think I would be pulling on it all the time. I would be stroking on it, and then it would lead my chin to like get longer because I would stretch it out. I don't know. I have all kinds of fears, reservations about growing a beard that long. Also, more than anything else, I think it would just get in the way. Nothing particularly wrong with it, but if you keep suggesting it, you know, I'm going to start to sound kind of defensive about. Look at how ass he is! Wow, look, he's already bleeding to death again. I do think that they will revamp that a bit, though. Oh god, look, we came in through the garage. That's really nice. I think it's time to start putting the food on the counter. Absolutely, yeah. If we take all of this, yeah, that's just gonna... I mean, you know, we won't have the canned stuff for a while, too, so let's just put it down here, you know? It's gonna be another tableau. I like that. Really, this is one of the features that kind of brought me back into the game, is I think it'll just make it more immersive, but I think it would be more realistic. You know what I mean? Like, right now, it does feel like I'm kind of... posturing for you guys to make it look like the game is more fun than it is, because to be quite frank, I don't think it's very efficient to do this when I'm laying stuff out. I think it would be more efficient if I could just drag it from the inventory, like I said, but I digress. But the draw order looks great on these things. Like, they clearly have, like, this is the right order that everything is supposed to be in, which is, bravo, but I still think that the inventory drag thing would be more natural. Canned sardines. When you do it with multiple items of the same type, though, it's a little bit better. See, now this is my shelter. This is what I've always wanted. And it kind of reminds you of that thing in the, we're going to go back to, again, the inspiration from The Sims. Remember how you'd have all those dirty plates in The Sims? That's important. Do I have the default zoom settings on? Yeah. Is there a mod that lets you zoom in more? Honestly, don't like Camera Plus in RimWorld, but for Zomboid. Would be nice. There's nothing outside of Louisville. And I mean, also, too, I've passed through Ohio, and Ohio has some stuff. I don't know. I haven't really been to the cities, though. I've passed through on my way to Chicago. I've been on a train once to go with my father. It was a nice trip. I've only done it once in my life. I don't want you to think I'm like going to and from on these important business trips like North by Northwest. No, absolutely not. Right. No, I'm just like you. I put my pants on one leg at a time. Here we are. Vinegar. Okay, let's get all of the other unrelated stuff out of this room because now it's really bothering me if I see anything else that's not where it's supposed to be. All right. Oh, it's nice, though. You could see it all. Well, I'm going to just go on with my life now. All right, we've done most of the stuff that we set out to do. Pencil. Well, it'd be interesting if you saw more items like this lying around the world. Like, for example, these logs were originally just like a pixel texture. And these logs are a 3D object. That is a little bit weird. I hope that by the time that they're done making the game, that kind of stuff is, like, made a little bit more unified. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? These logs are 3D, these ones are 2D, sort of, but who really knows? It'd be nice, but, you know, again, early access. All right, let's go tissue. Empty mug. Empty mug is something that helps me get food into me, so I'll put that in here. Vinegar goes here. Candle. Candle is just nothing. What is a candle? We'll put this into the mystery items area. Pencil goes here. Yeah, there's something nice about it. All right, now we've got all this crap. Hammer. We need a hammer. And then we're going to head back out. Let's see. Screwdriver, hammer. There we go. Hammer. Or another thing that we could do is saw logs, actually. Sawing logs might be the... In fact, we do have a wood axe now. Here you have my sword. And my bow. And my axe. So let's do that. You know, what say you? There we are. Let's put the garden fork on the ground. There it is. It's nice that it appears on the ground. Wood axe, garden saw. I don't believe that we need any hammer or anything like that, so we can just go outside and cut down all of this crap. Now, I also think that there's too much stuff here. Remove that bush. Now, this isn't really going to yield any resources, but I want to clear what's right beside my house because I think it's a bit claustrophobic out here. There we go. We don't need quite this many trees. It's a bit overgrown, if you ask me. A great way to up your fitness, by the way, because when you're at exhaustion and you're in a safe place, you know, cutting down trees in real life, in the game, whatever it is, it's a good time. Well, it's not a good time at all, but, you know, it's helpful for your body, eventually. Hey, Coropolis, thanks very much for the prime. Appreciate it, my friend. The same game ever going to be done? It's been developed. It has been in development, but they've kept working on it, so... I don't know, I mean, the way I kind of look at it is for $15, I have over 600 hours, so it's kind of like, you know, many, many times over. I feel as if it's given me its fun, the worth of its fun. And that's a little funny. Look at that. I feel like a lot of games are like that nowadays, though. I don't really consider that, though. I consider, like, you know, of all the things that I could be playing, I still keep coming back. I don't know. And at the same time, too, I feel like that makes gaming kind of transactional in a way, too. And a little bit I feel like I'm defensive because, you know, I've made so much stuff on it. So, of course, I would say that. But also, too, like, I don't like it when games feel like a transaction in that way. Like I kind of said at the beginning, it's all about immersion for me, and you know. Yeah, maybe we'll do some old school stuff too. I like that. Like the idea of that. All right, we got these nails. Open up. Clearly, we didn't need that many nails, but okay. All right, whatever you want, Salty McGastrocnemius. There we are. I don't know, like transaction, like you're supposed to get your money's worth out of it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, translate dollar for dollar. I don't know. I get annoyed when things are abandoned if I've paid for them, but it's not been abandoned. So, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, but, you know, I'm just an idiot, too. here we go. All the planks. My opinions are right. No, I'm just a guy. Just a guy. Ah, log. Saw. Yeah, like that could be made more. But the thing that's nice, though, is that with this new item placement throughout the world, and that the world is actually a 3D place, I know this sounds like out there and kind of abstract, but I see more potential for, like, crafting systems and building systems to kind of do crazy stuff.
I love you.
I love you back. Hey, thank you very much for the sub, Ryproc. One thing that's always surprised me is that, like, there's always been features that were never even announced that were just randomly added to the game in the middle of development that I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. I'm not saying that it's, you know, other games get that too. But it's fun. Barricade. I think I've barricaded all of these as much as possible. Now I just need to go inside and barricade these. It'll get up to the maximum of 8 planks, and I feel completely safe. Ah, there we are. Nice. Yeah, when I start to think of it like dollar per hour of entertainment, I don't know. I just feel like that it's... I don't know. If I look for something in a game, it's like I look for it to create a memory or a sense of immersion in me. And that's where I get the value from it, you know? I don't really think like, oh, I got such and such number of hours on this. You know, I suppose. But I don't know. Maybe I'm creating like a straw dog here to fight against. Maybe that's not really a fair assessment. What do you think? What do you think? I hate to be that YouTube guy who goes, what do you think? Tell me in the comments below so that I can use you for engagement. The truth is that most people who watch things will never say anything. You know what I mean? I watched things for many years and never said anything. Had a great time. No one ever knew that I was there. Are those our nails? That looks wrong. Or are they all just like in a miniature circle? Well, nonetheless, I am exhausted. I retire. Have we improved in carpentry? We've nearly improved in carpentry to level 2, which was the thing that we needed in order to get the table up, in order to get it back into there, because it didn't belong outside. Do we have enough to build... I'm just going to go ahead and do one other thing. A wall. Now, we do need level 2 carpentry. The main thing I wanted to get was some wooden wall frames so that we could start to get the outside of this compound surrounded. You don't really need to be the best at carpentry just to get the frames up. But you do need to be the best at carpentry if you want to get the walls to look nice. But I don't really like the nice look of the nice walls. You know, I like the old, worn-down walls. We had this conversation before. It feels good to live in just a kind of a crappy house because it uplifts the rest of your life. You know, the Stoics would go around wearing hair shirts. Some would go around flagellating themselves, but that was for another reason. Well, that wasn't the Stoics, but that was other people. My God, this is getting really just... run on right here. But at the same time, you know, the point stands that if you surround yourself with terrible things, you'll feel grateful for the things around you. Like, I have my hair long like this so that I can remember eventually what it will feel like to have nice short hair. I don't like having long hair, I personally, because I think it gets in the way. But I like the look of it. But I don't live for looks. I live for true utility. Garden saw, wood axe. We've got all of this crap. Let's just finish it up. I always look to my inventory. You know, I feel like I live in the present too much. I should just... Or like I get distracted by my inventory, rather, is what I mean. Maybe I shouldn't cut down the exact logs in my yard, but we'll use these for a little bit right now. Saw these logs. Yeah, function over fashion. The fashion has its utility. Sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and carpentry. Yeah, like you shouldn't dress yourself in a trash bag. That would be absurd. You know, unheard of, uncalled for. Nails. walls. Okay. Well, we've got a decent base set up here. I don't know. I think we'll start moving out again in a bit. I'm feeling like we've done a lot. Wooden floor furniture. Oh, no, we still need to finish this off. Okay. Oops, there we go. I switched up F1 to be my pause button because I learned that you can actually loot crates when you pause the game. Like, you can go through the inventory, which happens to be very useful if you're being chased by a large horde and there's like one specific item you need to grab off of a shelf. It came up when we were playing one of the island playthroughs and I had these huge hordes chasing me. Very unsafe. But you know, you want to take advantage of every little UI tool you can. Right, I think to the south, those trees look kind of ugly over there, so we'll probably cut down the trees. Destroying the tree just sounds like you shot a laser at it. There we go. Hey. Oh, that is a good name. Hey, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. I heard of Space Station 13. Space Station 13 is actually high on my list. Games like that, games like Caves of Cud, you know, anything that kind of requires you to use a little bit more of your imagination for the gameplay is usually stuff that I'm in for. I'll be doing more stuff like that. You know, I try to be mysterious and not actually name games because I never know if I'll get to them or not. But yeah, stuff like that. Alright, barricade. Barricade. We are suffering, but that's... I think we can take that off. Yeah, we're good. I think it's only because we're carrying around such heavy objects. There we go. We're just about at carpentry level 2. And we shouldn't be walking through these trees like this because it'll actually rip apart our shirt. But, you know, I don't really value them that much. It's more just a convenience thing. Right, I think we're just about there. And yes, we've done it, my friends. This house is looking safer and kind of sketchy, but that's what it's supposed to look like when we've done a good job with it. We'll also put up a few more planks on the front. Just gotta get them in there good. Now, we can begin constructing a wall outside. Now, first off, I want to create another entrance here. I want to make myself feel like I'm in a pocket, like I'm in some sort of safe place away from them. But I think we're going to need to do some resting first. Let's just rest there. That's good. Okay, we're down to moderate exertion. Though we are starving again. So we are losing health. Okay, let's eat a bag of potato chips. Or peanut butter. We could eat a little bit of the peanut butter and not become extremely fat. Yeah, there we are. We're still losing weight. Okay, I think it's time to get the pitchfork out and head back over to the northeast. Let's see if we can take on some zombies, get some fighting done. I feel really good about this base and about the way that everything's laying out. I know it's taking me a long time, but I feel like that it's time well spent, you know? The playthroughs that you put the most love into your base are usually the ones that are the dearest. Yeah. Hey, Astronaut Walnuts, thanks very much for the sub. And Valor for the 100 bits. Ranger profession. I don't believe that they've updated some of the professions in the game. Like, for example, Ranger profession has not been fixed for the new builds. Also, the inebriation mechanic used to exist in the game, but now I don't even think exists anymore. Like, you don't swerve back and forth when you're after you've been drinking alcohol in the game. It just doesn't happen. Hey. Hey, Alan, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. Very grateful. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. It's very generous of you. Thank you. Bloody Joker, Volrath, and Technomancer for the subs. Much appreciated, my friends. All right. I think we can make a safe trip up here now. Any house that we haven't seen, we can just kind of go into. Especially if we want to be checking out their garages or anywhere that we think that they might keep, like, guns or more serious weapons. Because the number of weapons we're going to need, if we're going to... Ooh, this isn't safe. Nowhere to run to. Hey, from Lauren. Thank you for gifting this up. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you. We get the scrap metal, we get the sheet metal. We could put these things onto the windows to feel safe, too. The ball peen hammer isn't... it's a funny name. Isn't really that useful. Hockey stick. There we are. We haven't really been practicing stealth that much, though. Oh, and we are starving again. Kind of been keeping myself on the brink of that, but I do have the peanut butter on me. I guess I'll just keep eating it. Might actually bring my weight back up if I don't manage that right. We should probably keep the calories lower. Hey, Shazamantor, thanks for the prime. And Valor for the 100 bits. Yeah, I really have to go over the perks again. Now we got charcoal. I think that this is just a different graphic for it. I'm not sure if that's vanilla. The wood axe I will take because more axes are like useful forever. Welding rods, battery would actually be good if we managed to find that night vision again. It'd be nice if we could actually use it. All right, this is the kind of place where I might expect to find a weapon, like somebody's back shed, you know. No. Huh. Well, I mean, you know, in the game, different from me in real life. But all right, more zombies over here, but not exactly finding what I thought I would. My exertion is moderate. I think take out this one, and I'm going to rest in somebody's bed over there. Now, what I was saying before about the actions is that I think it would be nice if, like, the action stopped whenever a zombie wandered nearby you. Like, if I were sleeping in that bed over there, it'd be nice if, you know, if something were within a decent radius of me, if I just stopped. And yet it doesn't quite happen. We'll sit on the ground and just wait for now, either way. I think I can see a threat before it comes.
Do you have Flarp?
Hey, Flack, how are you, my friend? Ah. Thank you for the 11 months. And Calyx for the 500 bits. Gonna start a new Zomboid run. Engineer or Lumberjack. You know, to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever even played with an engineer. Should make some electronic stuff. Maybe by the time we're done with this, we'll have, like, maxed out our character, gotten to, I don't know, just explore the engineer tree. There's so many bombs and things like that that could be utilized for destructive effect. All right. I'm trusting this area, though. You know, it's very rural. We might manage to find, like, some firearms or weapons or something. But I don't want to get everyone's hopes up too much, either. That would replace the polo neck sweater. I think this insulation would be a little bit better, and now I look like kind of a hipster. Yeah. I'm going to go see, I don't even know what band that would be anymore. Not since the good old... This is a base. Wow, wait a minute. Unfortunately, the ground is rendering in really weird. I don't really know why, but this is a fantastic place. Look at this. Look, it's surrounded on all four sides. This merits I was going to say an explanation. Whatever, something. My God, you really don't do well with fences. Look at this place. This is like the perfect house. Walls on all four sides. To be honest with you, if I were going to build in this, I would put something else in the middle. My God, their scalp came off. That's terrifying. Well, not really terrifying, just gross in this instance. All the terrification has already happened. Silly Phil. Thanks for... Silly Phil. Ah, that's a good adjective. Yeah, thank you very much for the sub. I mean the 100 bits. Whatever it is. 100 bits. Something here. Okay, eyes makeup. Not just good for looking very, very attractive, but also good for, camouflage. Not really camouflage, though. I don't like that in the way it looks in the game. Okay, this is less purplish. Yeah, that sweater was becoming a bit of a distraction, don't you think? Okay, this is a little more like Little Red Riding Hood, but more like Little Green riding the killing zombies instead of riding a hood. Okay, now I'm expecting to find... maybe not. I don't know, I got my hopes up when I saw the big farm and stuff. Like, maybe they would have had some firearms or something like that. Multiple house alarms. Hopefully not. Adhesive tape. I don't think we've got any adhesive tape, though. Some items are just pretty much infinitely useful. Like glue can always be used. Duct tape. I mean, you're always going to be running out of these things. Where is the door? There it is. Surprised that those aren't doors. Okay, well, nevertheless. I think we need to go in here. And then head over in this direction. This garage may have something. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm content to just kind of sit back for the rest of this. I feel like we've set up a base, and I've done all of the main things that I wanted to. Maybe we'll, I don't know, construct like a wall around it or something. But then after that, the real next major locale would be going to the military base. There are, I believe, a couple of them here in Eerie. And that place was stacked the last time we went. Hey, Rancid Ralph, thanks for the prime. Much appreciated, my friend. I do like that emote. I guess one thing I'll say here, I'm not really as good at practicing it. I mean, obviously it's behind this door, but keep space between you and the... My god, this is a randomized zone event. Look at all of the rotten eggplant in jars. Clearly someone was going to put an eggplant into multiple jars here. Oh, I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Okay, this is more like what I was looking for. That's it. Yes. Not only does this have orange, this has all of my favorite things. Eggplants, jars, bacon, rotten cherries, axes for all. I don't even think I'm going to take those ones. We want to just load her up and then get out of here. I thought that this was the only one. I highly suspected it, but I could have gotten ambushed there. Maybe I should have been a little more careful. Could always be a little bit more careful. Okay, boots are not bad. We might take these boots over my sneakers. Yeah, no, not only did we find 2 axes, but we found 3 axes and 4 axes. So many. All right, we're back at the eggplant axe room. How many is that now? That is 4 fire axes. I believe 1 or 2 wood axes? 3. Stand corrected, unless if I had one of those on me from the beginning, which I don't think I did. More nails, we'll take that. We don't really need any more of these tools. I suppose the only thing that's also useful is the empty cooking pot. And I'll take the empty kettle because I want to make my house a home. And the saucepan. I already have a frying pan. I don't even need that bit of kitchenware. You can see why this is such a nice compound. Look, they've even got like a greenhouse. Pick up the curtains to replace the sheets in my safe house. No, I don't want to make it more homely. I want my safe house to feel like a safe house. And my god, it's a backpack, the last thing. Though that would work. That would work. See what I did there? Woodwork? So clever. Unfortunately, almost no bags in this entire playthrough. We're really over-encumbered in terms of weight, though. Is anyone trying to sell me something? No, I'm good. I should be safe for now. How many... I have 5 axes in my children's school backpack. Hi, Timmy. What did you bring to show and tell? 5 axes. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna have a meeting. Jesus. I always just feel like it's so trivializing to wear one of these backpacks, you know? I deserve something more important. A bag of greater prestige. But I'm stuck. I don't think we're going to get ambushed here. We've been pretty careful in these fields. We've cleared out enough. Okay, but now going back into the tree line. Well, I don't want to bore you either. I'm good. I'll be fine. And we've also got that turn off time when we are done performing time. Actually, that was very nice. Options menu thing to click. Am I going in the right way now? Lost. No. Lost. I am lost. Where am I? Where am I? We haven't been here yet. Oh, no, we haven't been here yet at all. Hang on a second. I might have to put down all of these axes. Crap. I'm too scared to look behind me. No. Mr. Gastrocnemius. Hang on a second. No, it won't end like this. Hang on, I need to put down all of my crap. I'm going to drink this orange soda. Alright, I'm going to get my wits about me now. That was stupid of me. I thought I was right at home. I think I overshot it, though. To be honest with you. Yep, okay, here's the road. Okay, we're back. Well, no, we're fine. Yeah, I know, I'm going to get hoarder death. That would be like the most green way of dying. But I'm not dead yet. There's only 2. And we also have a fence. A fence is an excellent means of escape. Actually, I think we are at home now. I recognize this fence. And we found another car, too. And all we lost was our sweater along the way. Yeah, here is home. Okay, we are at home again. Yeah. It's a very winding corner of the map. And this is the reason why it was so difficult for me to navigate Eerie country. The last time we streamed this, I don't know if any of you folks were here. A few of you folks were here when we did this. It was, I got lost, like, several times. I pretty much spent 3 hours wandering around and I couldn't find anything. All right, but we did manage to get these, what is it, like 6 axes back to the house? 6 or 7 axes in one backpack. Nice. It's good. You know, you can have multiple bags ready, too. Like a go bag full of axes. For God knows why you need so many of them. You crazy kids. Can we borrow the axes, Grandpa? No, kids. I need the axes for show and tell. Alright. Yeah. I'm running out of things to say. I think we're getting to that time. We'll just build up the walls and then call it a day. I want to show you. See, we're in a base right now. This room is so safe, and I feel such a sense of comfort when I'm in here. I don't know what it is. But that was just doing it for me. I think we're going to need a separate chest for axes now, because we just have so many. First world problems. Yeah. Alright, and we have carpentry for beginners. I'd really like to set up my bed here. Now I'm recalling the reason why I got carpentry level 2 was to get my bed in here, and I'll feel even safer inside of this room. Ah, so good. The things we do for a sense of security, you know? Juggling full-sized act. Yeah, right? So many of them. Okay, let me put this down. I'll do a little bit more domestic placing. Look, I can actually put the pot... That was like the most New York way to say pot. The pot... no, I don't want to make a pot of soup just yet. No, don't break it out. This one's even bigger than the burner.
Ambi intensifies.
It's almost too much on the kettle to even comprehend. Oh, Bona House. Hey, thanks very much for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. Fill everything up. Yeah, coffee. We're gonna have some coffee. Box of nails. Okay, we'll just put the rest of this trash on the ground. Am I starving? I'm not starving to death. I now need to check that at every interval. I think I'm good. Just the water will keep on me. And I'm also going to need a hammer for this next step. Okay. Hold that thought. Hammer. Do I need a saw? I don't believe that I need a saw, or I would be nonplussed if I did need one. I don't know why I'm being so mysterious in this house. Let me put the hood down. Ah, so noble to put my hood down. It's like a wizard arriving precisely when he means to. I do kind of get some Gandalf vibes, like maybe a young Gandalf vibe from my character. My God, did I... Idiot. There'll be more beds. Not that many, though. I swear, if I destroy this bed, I'm going to be pissed. I have a 60% chance to break it. Oops. It's the greatest sound. Oh, no. Well, am I going to break... at least we'll break a lot of furniture at once, you know? Yep, that's also broken. Now we enter the new phase of just shitting the bed. So many amazing ways. I meant to bring that bed in there. Well, this isn't good at all. Yeah, I don't even have a bed to shit in. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's awful. But we did get a lot of carpentry experience from it. Was that all of the I may have just killed all the furniture I could sleep in. Well, I can sleep in a noble chair, which I'll put... God damn it. Why? Jeez. Come on. Statistically, this shouldn't be happening. No, why? I guess we're just going to destroy everything until I can handle myself around these things. Carpentry... I haven't even gotten any carpentry skill from this. Am I just missing the point here? Did I totally... I do still have the brown shit. Got it. Thank God. I'm going to sleep in a recliner tonight. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We're going to get into it and then get out of it in the morning. Equip the chair to my primary. I would really like it if you could do things in Zomboid like you could in, you know, Resident Evil. Oh, let's make it in the way such that I can actually sit in the chair. Yes. I'll have this in my hands, too. You know, I don't think I'm going to put crates in here, ultimately, so... We'll make like a neat pile of crates. You know, I want to keep some open floor space here. Then we'll put this brown lazy chair right here. I'm going to sit in it, and I'm going to sleep in it. Now we are in, like, the whole... Oh, we are, like... Oh, this is nice. Sitting in the safest of shelters. Look, there are books at my... Should we get a lot of books for just putting... That would be great. Yes. Hang on a second. I'll be right back in a moment. I need to go grab all of the books and put them at my feet. This is going to be fun. I can already... I'm warming up to this character a lot more than I was before. See, these books don't even compare with... Just get all the books. Oh, you know what we're doing now. I'm going to school. Wait, am I starving to death again? No, I'm not starving. Please warn me if I start to starve again. I may be exhausted, but I'm only exhausted from so much knowledge. You can just see it in his eye. He looks like... Okay, hang on a second. We're gonna... You see what I'm going to do here? I love that. Like he was just up all night reading books. Why did he put them down there? There we go. Good. Why are they... okay. Hang on a second. Oh, wait. No, don't put it down there. Place... This is great. I don't know why. I never really felt like I had a lot of ownership over my base in this game. In some ways. You know, like just getting the generic model for everything. And I feel like that this has kind of given me like a sense of Like there's really character about the places that I'm visiting wherever I go. Okay, so we can do that. Let's take out all the other ones. It doesn't just have, it totally just has the appearance of utility, but it's fun, and that whatever is fun is good. Fun has value. All right, let's put these here. Now it just looks like I was going mad. Let's place this on the ground too. And we'll put this here. I mean, most of these books are pretty useless to me anyway. I have multiple copies of the same thing. They do actually have the right color of the book. Nice. Can I put some on the chair itself too, so I could just be sleeping on the chair? Yes, I could put the book onto the chair. Well, they did a really marvelous job with this system. Yeah, just like one very suspicious magazine underneath all of them. That's kind of nice. This is like the guy from the Twilight Zone who was, but there was time now. There was time. All right, now we're going to try sitting. It'll be interesting to see how this interacts with the animation system. All right. Essentially, Gerald Williams. Yeah, we could put some broken glasses on the ground. Can we put these on the... Yeah, you can. That's interesting how that inventory works. So many great interactions we've got here. I'll put that on the ground. Yeah, it'd be nice if they could kind of pile one on top of the other, but let's go to sleep, shall we? He's just sleeping completely upright. Nice. I don't know if I'll build the wall right now. I would like to wall in this compound and just feel a little bit safer, but I feel it. My God, he is sleeping a very long time. Am I going to starve to death? He slept till 1 p.m. the next day, and it's completely light in the room. We need to turn that off. It's not moody enough. Well, there you have it. This is the base I always wanted. It's my favorite garage in the game. I just find something so, like, serene about taking over a mechanic's shop or a garage, boarding it up, and then making it into your own base. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I'm going to put the walls. Maybe I'll lay out a couple, and then we'll call it a day or something like that. We do have the but we have all these wood axes. How could I forget about the 20 axes I had? Let's get that. Let's get the nails. One box of those, and then we'll just kind of construct the basic outline of the corners of our house so that we know what we'll do for the next time. We'll also need a saw, not two, just one. There we are. A garden saw or a regular saw. Either one is fine. Empty notebooks we can put on the ground. There we go. Box of nails. We do have a hammer on us, so we should be fine for the rest of it. And the garden fork I don't actually really need right now. I kind of like how having these models of items just reminds me I need to do something with them, though. Let's cut down a couple of these. I don't think we need quite so much life in here. I think there's a natural beauty to the architecture here, so I don't really want to ruin it. So I think I'm just going to wall in a part of this compound that's slightly further out. We'll saw all of these. Here we are. Okay, plenty of planks now. We have enough for, I'd say, 3 walls. There we go. Saw both of those. Back stiffer than the spines of the books. Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic for me anytime that, I just like the way that this game looks. And anytime that I can film it in a different way, like with props and other objects, it just adds so much to it. I think the most interesting people on YouTube with Zomboid right now are the people who are doing like short films where they have tons of props. I can't remember their names, but there's a lot of people who are making like short 1-minute videos, and they're marvelous. Okay, I just heard the first horde event. I could do like a larger wall along the outside. I think I know where I want the wall to go, though. Hey, it's Drowsip. Thanks very much for the gift sub. Much appreciated. Hey to KPK. Hey KPK, how are you? Okay, I think that this will be flush with it. I just need to double check this in my mind. I don't want to destroy the completely natural, beautiful beauty here. because there's something that's like very zen about the way that this thing is set off from the rest of it. I think if we do this, though, I'll cut off 2. I want to have a place for a stack of crates along here. I can already see it in my mind's eye, what this is going to look like. But I think having a back wall over here wouldn't be bad, because this part is pretty much completely cut off to nature. Yeah. I'll do this. Here we lay the foundation. The life of the noble carpenter. I like this. Was it Mr. Sunshine? I honestly don't remember the username, but yeah. I think it was the one with fast car. I could be wrong. Okay. We'll probably need space for plants too, because if I'm being honest with you, I think in the summer I would want to plant plants here, as opposed to, I don't know what the hell else I would plant. Let's just bring it over to the fence. That seems like a simple, good explanation. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes good sense. Do we have any trees that we will need to down here? Yeah, I'll cut down not too many in here. Maybe just the ones right along the wall that don't really make much sense. Getting kind of like Robert Frost mending wall vibes. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Look, see, this is really the type of crafting that we've needed, and it already exists in some systems of the game, but there's other ones where it still is kind of coming along. Fences? No, we don't really need those. Wall frames here. Yeah, good. Just like that. Yeah, I think we'll go all the way to the fence. Okay, can we build crates yet? I don't believe No, we need level 3 but it won't be long before we get to that anyway. Okay, so we're going to do that. We'll probably place crates along the wall, maybe with farming equipment and stuff like that. I don't want things to be too boxy, because I really just appreciate this spot. Well, I don't know. That's really the only decision I feel comfortable making right now. I think, let's go ahead and just destroy something else, and then we'll call it a day, shall we? Put these on the ground. Ah, that's really nice how everything just appears. I really haven't appreciated the game in a while, so it just feels nice. And do that in custom sandbox. Like a no zombies mode? I just feel like that all the tension would be gone if they were completely gone. There we go. Technically, there aren't logs here anymore, so that's just getting rid of those. I kind of miss them already. Well, I missed the table that I also destroyed, but I can always just build another table there and put it there. But that's our house. This is our moody garage. My God, I feel great. I think I'm just going to go back to I'm going to eat, and then I'll go back to sleep. But this is a really nice base. I got everything that I wanted. I got all my money's worth out of this start. This will be a place that I'm looking forward to. I don't know why I ate all of those chips. This is going to be a place I'm going to enjoy. I think we'll make this a big multi-part thing. We'll try to find a lot of stuff. Probably get assaulted by a lot of zombies. And I think I'm just going to be sitting here going insane and reading Herman Melville until we come back or something like that. So, a majestic new adventure. Where will it lead next? God only knows. God only knows.